The Clay City Lady Tigers come into Marysville on a Substate Saturday, championship Saturday with upsets on their mind.
Clay Center does lead by 2, 19-17. Here's a play up front for Aaron Hamill again. Cross-court winner, 20-17. Clay Center with the advantage.
Their postseason begins in a place they know well, just in Marysville a couple of weeks back.
Here's Aaron Hamill up front, weak. Far side set, Haley Franson, and a winner across net. Franco blocked it, but into net, and it's 20-19, Clay Center by 1.
Welcome to the Substate Saturday Championships from Marysville in Class 3A. First up for Lady Tigers, the Sabetha Blue Jays, the number 3 seed. The Lady Tigers, the 6th seed. Our pre-match talk with Coach Robert Moran is on the way next on a Substate Championship Saturday. Why crawl like a spider through the web when you can fly like a bat? It's frightening when you realize how much time you're wasting with slow internet. Get a scary good deal on Pulse Internet with Twin Valley. Take advantage of the savings with an eerily perfect Halloween deal and sign up for 100 megabits per second or Pulse Gig Internet service. Sign up for Pulse Internet and automatically get entered to win some cool prizes if you sign up between now and October 31st and get 2 months free. Don't wait. Call now. 800-515-3311.
The cornerstone of profitable crop production is a sound soil fertility program, and it starts with Nutrien Ag Solutions. They recommend Micro Essentials that delivers the optimum performance you need for maximum results in your field. Titan XC is another key ingredient for quick release and uptake of vital plant nutrients. Plus, it's compatible with a variety of dry fertilizer blends, including Micro Essentials SZ. Financing is available for these products. For a greater return on your investment, visit with the ag professionals at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Back talking with Coach Robert Moran, the Clay City Lady Tigers heading into the postseason. It's arrived once again, Coach. We say this, I know every year. It comes very, very quickly for you guys. You come off of a matchup on Tuesday. I guess we had to talk about senior night, Coach. This is a pretty special group of seniors to have battled with you and been a big part of this program, and then to have a season, I know that's maybe not gone the way they've wanted it to as far as wins and losses, but when you watch them play, you know this team is going to scrap and fight for you until the bitter end.
Yeah, absolutely. This group, they want to win so badly, and they're willing to work hard to do that. But we have had to play some tough teams throughout the year, and we've been close on so many occasions. When you look at all the times we've gone 3 sets, and the seniors that come out and battle, and it was really special for them to go out with 2 wins on their home court the last regular season night, and they were pretty excited about that, and felt pretty good about it, and it's propelled us. We had a couple really good practices the last couple of days. I look forward to us having a good practice tonight as we head into matches tomorrow.
Yeah, the Lady Tigers will open up against Sabetha in that 3A Substate. I'm going to throw out something a little off the beaten path, I guess, to some degree, Coach. I know I had a chance to see you at Ahern Fieldhouse where the K-State Wildcats knocked off KU, who was 22nd ranked. They hadn't beaten them in Ahern since 2011, hadn't beaten them at all since 2014. This is a team, K-State, is where I'm going with this, I guess, that's been close to so many times over the last really few years against Texas, against KU. They get to that 5th set and just can't quite finish it off. Is this maybe something you can use as a springboard to let the gals know that, there's chances here? You've been close. Why not make a little run?
Absolutely. And, it's funny you say that because that's exactly part of my talk that I was going to use over the next couple of days. Because, having sit there and witnessed that and knowing, obviously we're comparing different things when you talk about a Division I program to a 3A high school, but the way that they've had to struggle and claw lately to get some wins and everything or be close, and I think there are some comparisons there. We've been really close and almost had a few upsets but we continue to battle, and that's what I love about our team is that they've got that fight in them, and if you can put it all together in one day, who knows what could happen, and we could pull off a few upsets, and that would be an exciting end of our season going forward.
And you just don't know what will happen in the postseason. We see it year in and year out at all levels. Let's look at the bracket for you guys. You open up against Sabetha. They're the 3 seed, around a 500 team, just a little bit over 500 on the season. Do you know much about the Blue Jays?
I was able to get, with Huddle nowadays, and just knowing some people in the coaching community, I was able to get 4 or 5 films on them over the last couple of days, so I've been able to look at that and see what they do. They're comparable to some of the teams in our league, and I think they play a fairly tough schedule in their Big 7 conference with the likes of Royal Valley and Seneca, Nemaha Central, and Holton. And but I also look at some of the other teams they played, and I think our schedule matches up as well, if not better, than some of the teams they played. So I look for it to be a really good battle. I know it's a 3-6 battle matchup, and sometimes you feel like the 6th seed is the big underdog, but I really think that we're right there even with them, and I wouldn't even consider it an upset if we were to beat them.
It's a new setup, obviously, without the 2 different 4A divisions, and that puts you as one of the bigger 3A schools. We kind of broke that down earlier, but it's also an 8-team field now. That hasn't been that way for a while. It'll be a little different feel going in with 2 courts going and a lot of volleyball taking place.
Absolutely. In the past, with the split that we've had, we've been able to go to Substate knowing that we just had to win 2 matches to advance. So in a worst-case scenario, you think, okay, if I can pull off 1 upset, we can make it to state. Well, with the 8 teams, of course, and if you're one of the bottom seeds, now you got to pull off multiple upsets, and you can't just say we can get hot for a match or 2. We've got to be on our game all 3 matches. So when you look at it that way, it's definitely an uphill battle, but it's one that I think we're excited about, getting back into that bigger Substate and thinking of it, making it a longer day competition. And we're used to that, obviously, having played so many 3-set matches. I think conditioning-wise, we're up for the game, and it's just a matter of whether we can put our game together.
The exciting day for the Lady Tigers at the 3A Substate. Coach, we really appreciate the time, and let's go get them this weekend.
Okay, we'll do our best.
Lady Tiger Volleyball from Marysville in the 3A Substate Championship Saturday afternoon.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Coverage of the KCLY area postseason cross-country championships are brought to you in part by Wilbur Ellis, Clay County Medical Center, Central Valley Ag, PSI Kansas Incorporated of Clay Center, Citizens National Bank of Clay Center, Greenleaf, Concordia, and Belleville, Oldie Seed Farms, and Patterson's Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack.
And a good afternoon. We are at the 3A Substate in volleyball for Marysville, but we do have results in on the Class 2A Valley Heights Mustangs. The Lady Mustangs had a top finisher in Abby Lister, who ran a time of 25:38.88, 40th place overall. And for the Valley Heights Mustangs boys, Carter Popejoy and Aiden Nemechek, their top finishers, 76th and 78th place, 24:43 and 27:29. Bryce Dillon, of course, has kept you up to date on Class 1A. You know your 3A qualifiers for Riley County. Brett Culp on the boys' side, a regional champion, and Haley Sharp on the girls' side, 17th place to qualify for the Tiger boys of Clay Center in their 3A regional. It would be Jarrett Fitzenmeyer qualifying individually, and the Clay Center Lady Tiger team would finish second overall, qualifying as a team. Karin Larson led the way with a 9th place finish, and then you had Zoe Ald along with Katie Schlichter and Addie Mullen in the 17th. Actually, it was Ald 17th, and then Mullen 18th, Schlichter 19th, all in the top 20, along with Larson there in that top 9 position. So Lady Tigers will send their team to the state championships, and Jared Fitzenmeyer qualifying as an individual. Here we're about ready for more volleyball action. Marysville did advance in their first-round matchup against Riverside. They won it in straight sets, 25-18, 25-13. Nemaha Central took care of number 8 seed Hiawatha, 25-12, 25-10. Matchups now will feature the 4 seed Riley County taking on Rock Creek, so a Mid-East League matchup there. And for the Clay Center Lady Tigers, they take on a Big 7 matchup, Sabetha, who is 18-16, the 3 seed. The Lady Tigers come in at 14-22, the 6th seed, and they are closing in on announcing the non-starters and our starting lineups. So we're closing in on that first serve, but wanted to get you a look into cross-country before we get into our 3A Substate Volleyball quarterfinal Saturday championship matchup for the Clay Center Lady Tigers. It's on the way next.
Hometown Lumber and Hardware offers doorbusters that give you the power you need for the toughest messes, wet or dry. The 8-gallon tank Bagmaster Wet Dry Vacuum with quick-release detachable blower is $59.99. Enjoy a cool break on the patio and light up your space with the 30-foot outdoor string lights for $24.99. And no home or job site should be without the 75-foot Swan heavy-duty water hose for $27.99 and the 50-foot hose for $19.99. Hurry into Hometown Lumber and Hardware in Marysville.
When you download the Ray's Apple Market app, you step into a world of savings and rewards. Get instant coupons on everyday household products and a variety of grocery items throughout the store. Pretty sweet deal, huh? Speaking of treats, the Halloween aisle is full of all your favorite candies for all those ghouls and goblins knocking on your door. There's also decorated cupcakes and cookies in the bakery department, along with festive foods for the season. No tricks, just treats and savings at Ray's Apple Market.
Hey folks, Bill Rice from the Green Team. Want to let you know about some great specials we have going on right now in our service department. How about this? Buy 3 tires and get the 4th one absolutely free. Or you need an alignment? We've got alignment special during the month of October for only $59.95. That's a 4-wheel alignment. We also have a special on our recommended maintenance. You can get $20 off any recommended maintenance. So come out and see us at the Green Team, 802 West Crawford, or check us out online at greenteamcars.com.
Replacing a roof is a substantial undertaking. It's one of the biggest financial commitments a homeowner will make. But the long-term value of a solid, attractive, and leak-free roof is well worth it. McGee Roofing offers residential and commercial roofing replacement, along with guttering and siding. With the colors and textures available in siding, you can customize the look of your home or business. For roof replacement or repair, gutters and siding, McGee Roofing is committed to customer satisfaction. Call them for an estimate.
Back once again in Marysville, about set to work on this Saturday afternoon as the Substate Championships are underway. We will be getting results in from the Centralia Substate. I know Frankfurt on the court right now, maybe getting close to finishing their matchup. Valley Heights is hosting Substate play as well. I did get the one result from the first matchup in Centralia St. John's winning in 2 over Rural Vista, 25-12, 25-10. Here the Lady Tigers will face a team they have not seen this year, Sabetha. Coach Moran, if you heard in the pregame, saying he did get some chances to watch some game film from this team and feels they can stack up pretty good against the Blue Jays and maybe a chance to move on and get to the semifinals and then see what happens. Marysville did win in straight sets over Riverside, 25-18, 25-13. They await the winner of this matchup. And the Nemaha Central, the number 1 seed, won 25-12, 25-10 over Hiawatha. And Nemaha Central awaits the winner of that Riley County and Rock Creek 4-5 matchup. Stay with us. Starting lineups being announced. We're about ready for first serve from Marysville when we come back.
The Citizens National Bank is ready to provide you with a great borrowing experience, whether you're buying, building, or refinancing a home. We offer first-time home buyer, FHA, VA, and conventional home loans with competitive interest rates on a national level and flexible term options to fit your financial situation. With little money down, we can assist you with getting into your dream house. The Citizens National Bank, mortgage loans with the personal attention you deserve. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Clay County Medical Center is excited to show you the new additions and improvements that have been made to their facility for Phase 2. They welcome you to their open house Sunday, October 21st from 1 to 4 p.m. Come see the new lab, ER, walk-in clinic, specialty clinic, and outpatient treatment center. They're building for a healthy future.
Clay County Medical Center, our family, caring for yours.
Welcome back once again to Marysville. We are set to work as both teams have had the starting lineups announced. The Lady Tigers taking the court right now. Janae Shivers and Reagan Henry and Marcy Hamill, Haley Franson, Aaron Hamill, Maddie Craig, your starting lineup for the Lady Tigers as they get into their final huddle on the court right now as we get set to work here in the 3A Substate Championships in Marysville. Their opponent is Sabetha as the Lady Tigers and Sabetha Blue Jays square off. Riley County on the opposite court. Both matches really did wrap up at about the same time, so on the same schedule on both courts. Riley County's matchup is against Rock Creek, two Mid-East League teams. Riley County comes in one game below 500, 19-20, the 4 seed, and Rock Creek 14-21, the number 5 seed. Clay Center will have the serve to start here on this Saturday afternoon, Substate Championship Saturday, and it's Marcy Hamill who has the opening serve on the Substate Championships, and we are underway in Marysville. Sabetha has a play up at net, sets it across. Here's Franson to Marcy Hamill, middle set for Janae Shivers, nearly missed by the Blue Jays, and now Sabetha does put it into net, so Clay Center goes up 1-0 here early. And the Lady Tigers facing Sabetha, a team they have not faced this season. Out of the Big 7, here's Hamill with the serve across. Clay Center with a 1-0 start. Here's a play set across by the libero for the Blue Jays. Now a far side set for Haley Franson to the back row, and it is just long. Point to Sabetha. Back official kind of paused. I thought maybe we were going to get the call of it in. It's down below us here. We're up above in the new Marysville gym, if you listened to us a couple of weeks ago. Impressive facility they put together here for the Bulldogs. Serve across, Franson to Hamill to Shivers, has to set it across, too near the net to take a swing at it. Now the Blue Jays have a play at net. Soft block by Reagan Henry. Great dig by Maddie Craig on the back row. Here's Franson up front. Spike to the backside. It is Sabetha now. Bit of a scramble. They do get a shot at net up front. It hits the tape, comes across, and Clay Center unable to make a play. Really a fortunate hit that time. The swing by Melina Schumann hit the top of the tape, bounced high in the air, and really threw the timing off for Clay Center. The Lady Tigers are down 2-1. Serve across from Argabright, and an ace service for Sabetha. They have now gone up in a 3-1 match here in the opening set of our Substate Championships. Rocky Downing, along with studio engineer Bernie Pancello, has been there last night at Tiger football, and of course with the cross-country reports through the day. Here's Shivers with a hit at net, picked up by Sabetha. Now the hit cross-court save on the dig by Marcy Hamill. Middle set, Shivers sets it across, and she finds Sabetha off net balance, and the point in for the Lady Tigers. Haley Franson will serve it. Shivers was mistimed on the set coming that time, but got up in the air, hung there, and just with the fingertips tipped it into an open area against Sabetha. Riley County trailing, or leading, I should say, 4-1 over Rock Creek on that other court. Here's Franson's serve. Pass up front. A play at net for Sabetha. Schumann to the back row. Craig has it, and her pass goes into net. 4-2. The Lady Tigers trail by a couple of points here in this first game of our opening match of the Substate Championships. Win and you go to the semifinals, you play Marysville. A loss, and you are finished for the season, and that's throughout the day in all the substates. And there's an ace service by Sabetha. Now they've opened up a 3-point lead, 5-2. Serving for the Blue Jays is Morgan Schutte. Schutte angled to the right side, goes right down the middle. Maddie Craig got a hand on it. Hamill saves it. Marcy, great dig with a fist, just bumped it up in the air and got it across. But now a near winner by the Blue Jays. Here's a set for Aaron Hamill. Blocked back across. Aaron has it to Marcy. Right back to Aaron. And it is going to be soft block to the back row. Here's Sabetha. They just have to roll it across. Should be a chance for Clay Center. Franson the pass. Shivers will set it up for Aaron Hamill. Sets it to the back row. Sabetha has it. They've got a forearm set to the back row. Set across to Marcy Hamill. Henry, far side set. Aaron Hamill winds it up. Back row saved by the Blue Jays. And now pushed across by the setter of Sabetha. Shivers, though, with a winner up front off the set for Marcy Hamill. And Clay Center gets the serve. Shivers will drop back to serve it, trailing 5-3 in this opening game. Shivers with the serve across. Pass up front. Sabetha has it. Back set to Schumann. And back row winner. Clay Center had nobody on that backside, and they trail 6-3. To serve it will be Melina Schumann, 5'9" sophomore for the Blue Jays. 6-3 matchup, first game. The serve coming from Sabetha. Franson digs it to Leiby, now to Aaron Hamill. Flat-footed spike across. Sabetha's going to play up at net. Back row, Leiby again the dig. Here's Marcy Hamill to Aaron Hamill, and blocked into net by the Blue Jays. Points Sabetha, 7-3 opening game. And the Blue Jays continue with the service. Cross it comes. Franson the dig. Marcy Hamill backs at Reagan Henry. Cross-court winner for the sophomore. And it's 7-4. Riley County leads 6-4 in their opening game against Rock Creek. Lady Tigers will have the serve. It will be Gracie Thief with that chance. Thief, along with Leiby and Franson on the back row. Craig, Jaden Crimmins in, and Aaron Hamill up front. Set across by the Blue Jays. Here's a set from Thief. Aaron Hamill has to just set it across as well. Sabetha play middle net. And we've got someone in the net. That is Sabetha. Point, Clay Center. It's 7-5. Lady Tigers down by 2, but get the service point with Gracie Thief back again to serve it. On its way across. Pass up front. Sabetha with a play at net. Blocked, but out of bounds by Hamill. 8-5, the lead for the Sabetha Blue Jays against the Lady Tigers, and Sabetha has the serve back. Lady Tigers have Marcy Hamill back in rotation up front, along with Maddie Craig, Aaron Hamill, Lexi Leiby, Haley Franson, and Gracie Thief on the floor right now for Clay Center. Here's the serve coming across. Aaron Hamill, pass up front to Marcy. Now the set to the middle. Maddie Craig puts it across. Passed up front by Sabetha. Outside hit on the way, and it is a great dig by Thief. Picked up. Maddie Craig puts a hit on it. Dug out on the back row by Sabetha. They've got a chance at net again. Set across. Should be a chance for Clay Center. Aaron Hamill. Gracie Thief. Right back to Aaron. Blocked across and then bounced out of play off the arms of Haley Franson, who was trying to dig it and keep it in play. 9-5 now. Sabetha with the lead on the Lady Tigers here in this opening game of our quarterfinal 3A Substate Championships. What a dig by Haley Franson. Hamill's got a hit at it. Dug out by Sabetha. Far side set up, hit on the way across, and now we've got Sabetha in the net, so a point to Clay Center. Play had continued on. Couldn't hear the whistle with both courts fans making noise. Riley County does lead 8-7 in their match, and now it's going to be tied up at 8-8 with Rock Creek. Clay Center will have serve. Aaron Hamill with the Lady Tigers down 9-6. Ham will serve on its way. From the back row, Sabetha sets up on the outside. Blocked by Craig, but it gets by her hands off the block into the back row and falls clean. 10-6 now. Sabetha up by 4 on the Lady Tigers. To serve it will be their libero, Hillary Krebs, a senior, brings it across. Franson to Thief, right back to Haley Franson. To the back row, picked up Schumann. Now the set up front on its way, partially blocked by Crimmins. Leiby the dig. Now they set up Franson again. Good hit, but blocked back across. Now it's Thief up front. Dug out by Sabetha. They set it across to Clay Center. Aaron Hamill to Thief. Back set. Jaden Crimmins lines up. Dug on the back row by Schutte. And now Sabetha just has to roll it across. Here's Thief. Short middle set. Maddie Craig. Good hits. Dug out by Sabetha again. Now they set it back across. Here's Thief to Crimmins. Middle set one more time to sophomore Maddie Craig. A big hit, but it's dug out again by Schumann. Now it's Sabetha with a hit to the back row, Leiby. Pass up front, Thief. Far side set, Haley Franson winds it up, and it's dug out again by Sabetha. They've got to play it net on the right side. The dig by Leiby. Up front, Thief to the back row, and Sabetha will not get it. Great read by Gracie Thief that time. It's 10-7. Clay Center down by 3. Maddie Craig back to serve it. Shivers rotates back in on the front row. 10-7, Sabetha lead. Lady Tigers, though, with a great point at net, as Thief was able to set it beyond the back row defense, and it found a home for a point. Here's a middle set, and pushed across and away from the Lady Tigers this time by Mariah Russell. 5'8" junior, just guided it away from the two blockers at the net, and Sabetha's gone up 11-7. Blue Jays with the serve. Jump serve on its way across. Franson digs it. Thief short set. Janae Shivers. Dug out by Sabetha. No, it's lift against the Blue Jays. Nikki Coonsey had a really tough get and was unable to get it cleanly on the big hit up front by Shivers. 11-8, Clay Center within 3. They have the service back, and Marcy Hamill is in to serve. And across it comes. Pass up front, Blue Jays. Middle hit. Goes cross court, out of bounds. 11-9, Clay Center right back within 2. So the Lady Tigers battling here. Riley County, by the way, has fallen behind 12-11 in their opening game. Here's Hamill with the serve again. And misplayed by the Blue Jays, and Clay Center's back within 1, 11-10 now. So they've fallen behind by 4 and have battled back within 1 and still with the serve. And across it comes to Sabetha. Pass up front. Schumann sets it back corner, and it is good. Just snuck in the back line. 12-10. Clay Center trails by 2. Opening game here. 3A Substate Volleyball Championships from Marysville. The winner moves on to face the host Bulldogs. Riley County in their matchup with Rock Creek. The winner of that gets number 1 seed, Nemaha Central. Serve across. Franson to Marcy Hamill. Middle set. Shivers back row and just long. Close right below us up here as we look down amongst the 2 courts, but just snuck outside the line. 13-10. Sabetha back up by 3, and the serve is long, though. It's 13-11. Lady Tigers within 2, and to serve it will be the senior Haley Franson. Franson to serve. On its way. Pass up front, Sabetha. Outside right hit. Dug out by Maddie Craig. Hamill. Far side set to Aaron Hamill. Flat-footed spike back row. Sabetha's going to play it net. Outside hitter Schumann to the back row. Dug by Craig. Up front. Two-handed pass on the set by Marcy Hamill to Aaron. Sabetha with a play in net. Schumann. Dug out by Marcy Hamill. Now middle hit by Shivers. Dug out by Sabetha. Will they keep it in play? They do. Great scramble by the Blue. No, it's out of bounds. Back official said it went outside the antenna to get across the net. So a point Clay Center. They trail by 1 and still with service down 13-12. Haley Franson will serve it for Clay Center. Down by 1. Pass up front, Sabetha. Back throw hit. And it's dug out by Marcy Hamill. Big hit by Shivers. Blocked. Shivers saves it. Now a set again for Janae, and she sets it over the blockers up front and is able to put it away. And the Lady Tigers have tied it now at 13-13. They were down by 4 at one point, and now have it tied at 13 apiece. Sabetha hit up front. Schumann, it hits the tape, rolls out of bounds. Now they're going to say touched by Clay Center on the block and a point to the Blue Jays. To have an update on Frankfurt, they did win. It took them 3 sets. Let me get back to that in just a moment. Here's a pass up front. Aaron Hamill winds it up, and it's dug out by the back rows. Here's Schumann up front, and it's blocked by Henry, but out of bounds. And Clay Center falls behind by a couple. So Frankfurt wins their opening match, although it was a tough one, but they will advance into the semifinals now, or the finals, I should say, of their Substate. They won 25-22, 20-25, and 25-20. Sabetha now with an ace on the service, and they've gone back up by 3. 16-13 and a timeout on the floor. We'll break one here as well. The Lady Tigers trailing 16-13 opening game.
The agronomy professionals at Wilbur Ellis are ready to help you clean up your fields and prepare for winter in the coming spring. Now's the time to find out what your soil needs to keep up with the nutrient needs of the next crop. Wilbur Ellis has many site-specific soil test and mapping options, as well as standard soil testing. Plus, applying fertilizer in the fall will decrease the chance of loss and congestion for next spring's crops. I'm Blaze with Wilbur Ellis. We're here to serve you in every season.
This is Alicia Linhart with Union State Bank. Come in and see any of our friendly staff to check out our mini account offerings.
Hey, Mom, that's like you!
Oh, yes, Maggie. Anyone can come in and see me, too. At Union State, we make banking a family affair. Bring the little tykes in with you. It's never too early to teach them about money and savings. Yes, Maggie. We do hope to see you all soon. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Out of the Coach Moran called timeout, the Lady Tigers see a service fault by Sabetha, so the point to the Lady Tigers, down by 2, and Janae Shivers now to serve. Senior brings it across. Pass up front. Back set. Schumann winds it up right down the middle. Shivers got a hand on it. Hamill goes diving into the other court, but unable to keep it in play. Clay Center down 17-14. So Frankfort does advance in the Class 1A Substate at Centralia, and they will now take on Beloit St. John's Tipton for a trip to the state tournament. There's the serve by Sabetha. Franson to Aaron Hamill. Up front, Marcy Hamill rolls it across. Sabetha, pass up front. Outside set up, and it goes into net. Point Clay Center, 17-15. Riley County, who jumped out to a 4-1 lead in their match with Rock Creek, is now trailing 20-15, although they just put one away to make it 20-16. So Riley County battling against their Mid-East League rivals, the Rock Creek Mustangs. Rachel Allen just putting that last hit away for the Falcons. Here's a serve from Gracie Fief up front, blocked by Aaron Hamill. Point Clay Center, and it's 17-16. Hamill with the block and the point. Stuffed it back across. Clay Center trails by 1. The serve again is Fief. Passed up front by Sabetha. Outside hit on the way to the back row long. And Clay Center lets it go, and we're tied again, 17-17. So the Lady Tigers trailed by 4, tied it at 13, trailed by 3, now have it tied at 17. Here's a back row setup. Schumann to the back row, and it's long. And Clay Center has their first lead of this match. They have not led until 18-17 in its opening game. The serve from Fief. Pass up front, outside hit for the Blue Jays. Cross court. Clay Center unable to keep it alive. Well, they kept it alive, just unable to get it across the net. And they trail now 19, or tied up again 18-18. It'll be Sabetha to serve it. Kinley Schutte will have that serve. Riley County down 22-18 in their opening game. Clay Center tied at 18 apiece. Here's Maddie Craig up front. Picked up by Schumann. Now a back set across. Libby good diving dig. Aaron Hamill winds up. Blocked out of bounds. A lead again for Clay Center, 19-18. And Clay Center will get that service back with a 1-point lead. Again, their first lead of this opening game was 18-17, now up 19-18. Visitors on the scoreboard as the 6th seed against 3-seed Sabetha. The serve from Aaron Hamill. Really mishandled on the back row, but they are in the play. They'll have to roll it across. Chance for Clay Center. Libby to Fief. Back set. Jaden Crimmins winds it up, and point Clay Center. Crimmins with the winner. And it's 20-18. The Lady Tigers by 2. Riley County trailing 23-18 in their opening game. Clay Center now leading by 2. Great serve from Hamill. And Sabetha will just get it across, and that's all. Craig to Fief. Far side set. Haley Franston winds it up, and it is blocked back across and in for the Lady Tiger, for Sabetha, and it's a 1-point game, 20-19. Their libero, Hillary Krebs, will serve it. Clay Center leads by 1. Here's Fief. Set up, Franson. Back row, dug out by Schumann. Now the set up front comes to Kinsey. Aaron Hamill saves it. Fief for Franson again, sets it to back row. Now back up front it comes. Middle spike on the way by Schutte, and a winner ties it at 20 apiece. 20-20 tie. Good one here in the opening game of the quarterfinals of the 3A Substate Championship. Again, the winner gets number 2 seed Marysville in the semifinals. Sabetha to serve again. Franson to Fief. Middle set. Maddie Craig winds it up, and a winner for Craig. The sophomore puts the Lady Tigers up by 1, 21-20. Libby rotates out. Craig will serve. Puts Janae Shivers, Jaden Crimmins, Haley Franson up front. The serve from Craig. The set for Sabetha. Good hit on the way, but dug out by Aaron Hamill. Middle set, Janae Shivers. Sets it across, and now pushed back across by Sabetha. Up front, Shivers winds it up this time and puts it away, and Clay Center leads at 22-20. The Lady Tigers, who were down by as many as 4, 6-10, and down 3 late, 14-17, now lead at 22-20 in this opening game. And a timeout on the court by Sabetha will break as well. The Lady Tigers battling here. They lead by 2 in our opening game when we return.
Central Valley Ag is meeting the needs of grain producers with high-volume, state-of-the-art facilities for traditional and specialty grains and customer-oriented people like settlement specialist Tina Osberg, who makes your paperwork work with your record-keeping system.
You get to know your producers and you know how they like tickets done or how they like their settlements done.
And grain specialist Maxine Goals, who goes out of her way to keep producers informed.
The cooperative spirit means we're there for them.
You and Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
Hey drivers, are you looking for that employer where you can earn top pay for your hard work? Maybe you're looking for quality equipment and a friendly, family-oriented staff. At TSI Kansas, you can find this and much more. TSI Kansas is currently hiring talented and professional drivers to be a part of their team. Call 785-632-5183 and see if you qualify.
Well, coming back from that timeout, Sabetha did get a point, 22-21 now. And a serve across and an ace ties it as the Blue Jays' Nikki Kinsey was able to get the ace across, and now 22-22. Riley County did lose their opening game to Rock Creek, so they're down 1-0. Now a serve into net by Sabetha. Clay Center leads by 1, 23-22. Right down to the wire we go in this opening match. First game, 23-22, Clay Center by 1. Again, Riley County is down 1 game, 25-19 to Rock Creek. Marcy Hamill to serve for Clay Center. Across it comes. Back row picked up by Sabetha. Middle set, hit across by Schutte. Picked up by the Lady Tigers. No, they cannot keep it in play. We're tied again, 23-23. Blue Jays will rotate in to serve Trista Argebright. 23 tie, 23 all, first game. Clay Center was trailed by as many as 4. Had the lead 22-20 and now tied at 23 and in trouble, although it's blocked out of bounds, and Clay Center goes up and has a set point. Haley Franson will serve. Franson, Marcy Hamill, and Craig in the back row. Aaron Hamill, Henry, and Shivers up front. The serve is an ace, and Clay Center has won Game 1, 25-23. Stay with us. We'll take a break. The Lady Tigers up 1-0 in our opening match, the quarterfinals of 3A Substate Championships. We're back in a moment.
Help enhance your everyday experience with a selection of diabetic shoes at Patterson Health Mart and Radio Shack. They offer a wide variety of diabetic shoes to decrease irritation and provide maximum durability. See the display of work shoes, dress shoes, slippers, and athletic shoes, along with molded inserts. Their shoe fabrics offer even the most sensitive of feet maximum comfort while maintaining a stylish and sleek design. And these shoes can be covered by Medicare for diabetics. Visit Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy in Clay Center.
Many seed companies claim to offer the latest genetics, but how many have tested those genetics in soils just like yours? The Oldie Seed Know to Grow research program has fully tested the latest seed genetics in soils that are right in your neighborhood. The Oldie Seed Know to Grow program can recommend the best performing hybrids from technologies like Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link that will optimize the yield and profit of every acre on your farm. Contact Oldie Seed today.
Everyone wants to be confident, and when you're covered by life insurance, you can be, because you know those who matter most in your world are protected. The Farm Bureau team in Clay Center can help make sure you have the coverage you need so you can live your life with confidence. So whether that means wearing your favorite socks with sandals or sporting that classic bow tie, you can rock it, because you know you're prepared for the future. If you don't have life insurance in place, call Farm Bureau agents Justin Tadman or Michael Hodges at 632-2585. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company.
Why crawl like a spider through the web when you can fly like a bat? It's frightening when you realize how much time you're wasting with slow internet. Get a scary good deal on Pulse Internet with Twin Valley. Take advantage of the savings with an eerily perfect Halloween deal and sign up for 100 megabits per second or Pulse Gig Internet service. Sign up for Pulse Internet and automatically get entered to win some cool prizes if you sign up between now and October 31st and get 2 months free. Don't wait. Call now. 800-515-3311.
Lady Tigers were down 6-10 early in the first game and then trailed 14-17 before turning it around and actually leading 22-20, so it tied 23 apiece and scored the next 2 points. They win at 25-23 to take set number 1. It will be Sabetha with the serve to begin this second game, so the Lady Tigers put themselves in position after winning game 1 here. Riley County down 1-9. They are tied at 1 apiece in their second game underway right now. And we're underway also for the Lady Tigers. There's a play up front. Marcy Hamill to Janae Shivers. Block back across. Now Marcy goes back set toward Henry, who pushes it across to Sabetha. Now they've got a hit from Schumann to the back row. Great dig by Aaron Hamill. Schumann right back at it, and it's a 1-0 start. Clay Center trails 0-1 to Sabetha, but up 1-0. And so the Blue Jays will get the serve. And it's brought across toward the Lady Tigers in an ace service. Aaron Hamill saw that thing dip in a hurry and just could not get to it. Down 2-0. Again, the serve coming from Sabetha. Craig, the dig up front near net. Schumann puts it right back away, and Sabetha's come out hot to start. They're up 3-0. Lady Tigers won the first game 25-23. And now Sabetha goes up 3-0 to start game number 2. The winner gets Marysville in the semifinals, who won in straight sets earlier. Here's a pass up front from Franson. Short middle set. Shivers has it partially blocked. Now Sabetha, a bit of a scramble. They'll set it across. Chance for Clay Center. Shivers to Marcy Hamill. Right back to Janae, but can't get it across, and it will be a point to Sabetha. A 4-0 start for the Blue Jays. Coach Robert Moran's team winning 25-23 in that first game and now trailing 4-0. But remember, they were down 6-10 and 14-17 in the first game to come back and win it. Here's a serve across. Big hit, but it's dug out by Aaron Hamill. Shivers keeps it alive, now set across by Franson. Here's a set up front. Schumann guides it away from the Lady Tiger defense, and Sabetha has a 5-0 start, and the Lady Tigers won a timeout. Clay Center up 1-9, but down 5-0 in game number 2 when we return.
The cornerstone of profitable crop production is a sound soil fertility program, and it starts with Nutrien Ag Solutions. They recommend Micro Essentials that delivers the optimum performance you need for maximum results in your field. Titan XC is another key ingredient for quick release and uptake of vital plant nutrients. Plus, it's compatible with a variety of dry fertilizer blends, including Micro Essentials SZ. Financing is available for these products. For a greater return on your investment, visit with the ag professionals at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Well, an ace service by Sabetha puts them up 6-0 out of the timeout, and they've got to play it net again, and this one's going to be long, though. Point Clay Center. They trail 6-1. Again, they lead this opening match 1-9, but now down 6-1 to get this second game started. Haley Franson will serve it for the Lady Tigers. Cross it comes. Pass up front. Set to the outside. Set across. Almost caught Clay Center off guard. And now the Lady Tigers battling for a hit up front. Have to set it across. Sabetha. Play in the middle. Spike on the way to the back row is long. 6-2. Point Clay Center. Riley County trailing 8-5 in their matchup with Rock Creek. They lost the first game of that match. So they're battling to push it to a third. Clay Center would love to finish off Sabetha, but they trail 7-1 right now. So it'll be Sabetha's service. And they overruled that last call. Looked like Clay Center had the point. They took it away, so didn't see what the call was. There's a great dig by Sabetha on a play by Shivers. Now it's Aaron Hamill with the spike. Dug out by the Blue Jays. Set up front, now set across to the back row, but out of bounds. Right near Coach Robert Moran. And Clay Center gets the point. They trail by 5, 7-2. Serving for the Lady Tigers, Janae Shivers. Good low serve that time. Sabetha gets a hit at it. Shivers digs it out, passes up front. Marcy Hamill to Reagan Henry. Good spike to the back row, dug out by Sabetha. Now a set up front for Schumann. Blocked back across. Now Sabetha scrambling. They will not keep it in play. Point Clay Center. They will trail by 4. 7-3. The serve back to the Lady Tigers across from Shivers. Here's Schumann. Sets it to the middle court and finds an open area. Marcy Hamill, Janae Shivers both diving in there for it, but could not get a hand underneath of it. So a point to the Blue Jays, who lead Clay Center 8-3 in this opening match game number 2. Clay Center up 1-0. The serve coming from Schumann. Aaron Hamill to Marcy. Right back to Aaron. Comes flying into the back row. What a dig by their libero on the backside, though. Sabetha stays in the point. Here's Franson up front. Marcy Hamill right back to Aaron again. This time cross-court winner. Hot hand Hamill puts it across and through, and it's 8-4. Clay Center trails, but battling back here in game 2. They won the first game 25-23. Gracie Feet rotates in to serve it. Lexi Libby on the back row with her, along with Haley Franson. Up front is Aaron Hamill, Jaden Crimmins, and Maddie Craig. A serve across from Feet. Pass up front. Back row set for Schumann. Great dig by Libby. It goes across the net. Now Sabetha sets it up on the weak side. And another dig by Libby. Now Crimmins rolls it across. Sabetha, another play at net. This time they set it outside. And it's Franson digging it this trip. Now Feith across to Hamill. Has to fist it across. What a dig by Schumann for Sabetha. And now the digging try by both Franson and by Libby, and that ball is going to be out of bounds. Now the Lady Tigers are going to say Franson went back and had to, running away from the net, got a hand on it. The official trying to get out of the way of Franson actually got in the way of Lexi Libby, and I think the back official saying, yeah, I did. It was unintentional. She was just trying to give free space for Haley Franson to run and make that play, but in doing so, stepped across and into the lane that Lexi Libby was coming in. So they'll call a jump ball and replay this point. Riley County again trailing 11-8 in their match. They're down 1-0. Clay Center down 8-4. They lead 1-0. The Lady Tigers will serve it. Down by 4. The serve from Feith is going long, and it's a 9-5 lead for Sabetha on the Lady Tigers. Sabetha will get served with a 5-point advantage. Clay Center was down 6-10, remember, in that first game and came back and won at 25-23. They trail 9-4 here. And now the officials making sure their rotations are charted correctly. We're back underway. Libby pass up front. Hamill near net. And we've got a point to Sabetha. Clay Center kind of forced into the net on that pass up front. Marcy Hamill trying to dig it out. The Lady Tigers down 10-4 now. Serve across. Libby lets it go, and it's long. Point Clay Center, 10-5. It will be Aaron Hamill to serve it. Jaden Crimmins back in on the front row, along with Craig and Franson. And then Feast, Libby stay on the back row. Serving is Aaron Hamill. Pass up front for Sabetha. Middle set. Big wind-up and hit. That was tipped by the Lady Tigers. Point to Sabetha. The Lady Tigers trail 11-5. Big hit in the middle by Mariah Russell that time, the 5'8 junior. The serve from Sabetha to the back row. Libby digs it out up front. Feast. The set for Franson. Back row, and that is going to be out of bounds. It hit the antenna, And so a point to Sabetha, who now leads 12-5. Lady Tigers up 1-0, but down by 7 in the second game. First match, the quarterfinals. The winner moves on to the semis against the Marysville Bulldogs. Waiting for the whistle start, giving Aaron Hamill a chance to tie her shoelace up. We're ready to go. There's the serve, and mishandled on the back row by the Lady Tigers. Point to Sabetha, 13-5 they now lead. Riley County trailing 13-10 in their match. They're down 1-0. Play Center, as mentioned, leads 1-0, but trailing 13-5, down by 8 in the second game. Here's Libby to pass to Thief. Outside set up Franson. Soft spike across to the back row. Now it's outside hit, partially blocked by Crimmins. Set to far side, Franson. Sets it across to Sabetha. Here's a big hit on the way and a winner by middle hitter that time, Morgan Schutte. And Sabetha's gone up 14-5. And the timeout's taken on the court. We'll break here as well. You're listening to Lady Tiger Volleyball on KCLY.
At Wilbur Ellis, we help wheat growers start strong and finish even stronger with healthier plants, higher yields, and maximized profit potential. I'm Kenny, and we have a 3-way blend of seed wheat and multiple varieties with treatment options available for your field needs. We can build, blend, deliver, and even apply your wheat starter. Contact Wilbur Ellis to get the most acre after acre with field-tested solutions, personalized plans, and the right team of people to help you grow wheat that adds up to success.
Lady Tigers have seen Sabetha come out and really dominate early in this game. They're up by 9 now, 14-5. Clay Center is up 1-0 in this quarterfinal match. Serve across from Sabetha out of the Lady Tiger timeout. They set it in the middle for Craig. Maddie to the back row, passed up front by Sabetha. Now a flat-footed spike and mishandled on the back row, and the Lady Tigers fall behind 15-5, down by 10, and the serve stays with the libero, Hillary Krebs, a senior for Sabetha. Play Center down 15-5. They lead 1-0. Here's Craig in the middle off the set by Sabetha, and we've got a point to the Blue Jays. Missed hit on the set that time. And the Lady Tigers reeling at this point after getting that first set win, 25-23. They are trailing by 11 now. Here's Spieth up front, pushes it across, and it ends up in the net. It's 17-5. Clay Center trailing by 12. Riley County down 16-11. In their second game, they're down 1-0. Here's the serve by Sabetha. It goes long. Point Clay Center, but trailing by 10, 17-7. Maddie Craig to serve it for the Lady Tigers, a sophomore. It's set to go. Serve across. Schumann. Up front they bring it. It's rolled across. Here's Craig to Thief. Chance at net. Shivers. The set was a bit short. It's pushed across. Craig, great dive and get, and now gets a chance to push it across. Sabetha's got to play it net again. Middle hit goes wide. Point Lady Tigers. And it's 17-6. They're within 9, trying to scramble their way back in this thing. 1-1, 25-23. Craig to serve it. Pass up front. Krebs, now the middle set. Pushed across. Shivers. Now it's 4 hits on Sabetha. It never got across the net for Shivers to block it. 17-8. Clay Center with the point, keeps the serve. Across it comes from Craig. Pass up front. Back set. And what a swing that time by Kinsey, who will put Sabetha on top 18-8. They lead by 10 again. And it will be Kinsey who just hit that at the net, back to serve it. Bradley County's fallen behind 17-13 to Rock Creek. Serve from Sabetha. Aaron Hamill kept, nope, they call an illegal hit. It just kind of came at her further than she thought it was and kind of got up into her shoulders. And Lady Tigers now trail by 11, 19-8 in game 2. They won game 1, 25-23. Sabetha with a hit across. Great dig by Maddie Craig. Short set middle by Shivers. Blocked across. Saved by Crimmins. Now Sabetha with a play up front for Schumann. Partially blocked by Shivers, and then a diving try by Thief behind, but a point to Sabetha. They lead 20-8 right now. And to serve it will be, once again, Sabetha's Kinsey. 12-point Blue Jays lead, and now an ace. They lead at 21-8. The Lady Tigers trying to find their way here in game number 2 after winning 25-23 in the first game of this match. Here's a serve across, and a second straight ace by Krebs. And now or Kinsey, I should say, it's 22-8. Sabetha with the lead by 14. Riley County's falling behind 18-13 right now. They need to win to push it to 3. Here's the serve again from Kinsey. Passed across net. Middle set up front. Set to an open area. Thief, good cover. And now pushed across by Crimmins. Both teams a little bit of a scramble. Now Aaron Hamill passes up front. Thief set for Haley Franson to the back row. Winner, Clay Center, 22-9. They trail by 13, but they get the point. And maybe build some momentum if you can't come all the way back when you're down 22-9. Maybe build momentum into game number 3. They won the first game 25-23, and now down 22-9. Riley County's fallen behind 19-14. Winner of this one gets Marysville. The winner of the Rock Creek Riley County match will get Nemaha Central, the number 1 seed. And there's an ace from Marcy Hamill, 22-10. The great angle on that serve from Marcy that time. We're up above the court here in Marysville's new gym. And you could just see it tailing from right to left all the way across and eventually away from the defender on the back row. Here's Sabetha, flat-footed spike across, dug by Aaron Hamill. Haley Franson winds it up to the back row, picked up by Sabetha. Now the set, pushed across to an open lane. Schumann couldn't get up and get a swing at it, but was able to just push it to an open area, and the sophomore at 5'9" puts Sabetha up 23-10. 13-point game 2 lead. Clay Center does lead the match 1-0. Sabetha trying to even it up. Right now in good position. They lead by 13. Here's Franson winding it up, putting it across. Sabetha digs it out. Now the far side set high in the air for Schumann. Dug by Aaron Hamill again. Here's Marcy across to Franson one more time, and this time a winner for the Hailstorm as she puts it off the block out of bounds. Point Clay Center, 23-11, trailing in game number 2. It will be Franson to serve it. Sabetha, short middle set, and there is Schumann again. She's done it a couple of times. Blockers when she's off balance and really not timed correctly. The sophomore just guides it away from the blockers and found the open court again. And now it's a game point, set point for Sabetha in game number 2. Serve across. Aaron Hamill up front to Marcy Hamill. Here's a set for Aaron. And pulls it wide left. And we are tied at 1 apiece. We'll head to a deciding set number 3. Quarterfinals of the 3A Substate Volleyball Championships. Lady Tiger Volleyball continues after these.
Hometown Lumber and Hardware offers doorbusters that give you the power you need for the toughest messes, wet or dry. The 8-gallon tank Bagmaster Wet Dry Vacuum with quick-release detachable blower is $59.99. Enjoy a cool break on the patio and light up your space with the 30-foot outdoor string lights for $24.99. And no home or job site should be without the 75-foot Swan heavy-duty water hose for $27.99 and the 50-foot hose for $19.99. Hurry into Hometown Lumber and Hardware in Marysville.
Find convenience, comfort, and delicious food at Ray's Apple Market's Deli and Rockhouse Cafe. Relax in the dining area after choosing a meal from the deli, and you can even watch TV while you eat or browse your Ray's Apple Market phone app to find money-saving coupons.
Here at Ray's, it is our passion to give you, our customer, a pleasant, time-saving shopping experience while providing exceptional products at value prices with uncommon customer service. Thank you from our family to yours. Shop small, shop local.
Hey folks, Bill Rice from the Green Team. Watch your mailbox. We've got our new 8-page color catalog headed your direction. I started to deliver them myself, but I got a little trouble with the Postal Service. So watch for them. You can save over $12,000 on a new Ram truck. This is a 4-wheel drive for only $31,800. Or how about this? A new Dodge Journey for only $18,990. That's a brand new Dodge Journey. So come out and see us at the Green Team, 802 West Crawford, or check us out online at greenteamcars.com.
Replacing a roof is a substantial undertaking. It's one of the biggest financial commitments a homeowner will make. But the long-term value of a solid, attractive, and leak-free roof is well worth it. McGee Roofing offers residential and commercial roofing replacement, along with guttering and siding. With the colors and textures available in siding, you can customize the look of your home or business. For roof replacement or repair, gutters and siding, McGee Roofing is committed to customer satisfaction. Call them for an estimate.
Well, postseason atmosphere definitely on hand here for the Lady Tigers. They won that first game 25-23 and then lost the second one 13-25. So we go to a deciding third set to see who goes on to the semifinals to face Marysville. Clay Center will have the serve to start. It will be Marcy Hamill to serve it. The back row with her is Maddie Craig and Aaron Hamill. Up front, Reagan Henry, Janae Shivers, and Haley Franson. Riley County's down 23-19 in their second game. Hamill, good serve, and a stuff across by Franson, and the Lady Tigers are up 1-0. So they get the opening point here of this third and deciding set. Hamill again to serve it for Clay Center. Cross it comes, back row, picked up by Sabetha. Now a middle set, Schumann, cross-court winner, tied at 1. The sophomore is impressive up at the net. So a 1-1 tie. And now Rock Creek is serving for the match against Riley County as we see the Lady Tigers defending. Here's Franson up front to Marcy Hamill. Short middle set, Shivers, puts it across, picked up by the Blue Jays. Now it's Schumann again. Cross-court winner for the second time in a row, and it's 2-1 Sabetha. Riley County with Allen a hit to keep them alive. It's 24-20, so they fended off one match point. Rock Creek won the first game and now up 24-20. Here the Lady Tigers trail 2-1 in the third and deciding. Here's Marcy Hamill, far side set up. Franson, big hitter, and it is tipped, they say. Yes, point Clay Center. We're tied at 2. It was out, but it was tipped by a blocker up at net. And now Rock Creek has won in their matchup 25-20, that second game, and they will advance to face the number 1 seed, Nemaha Central. Here's Sabetha up at net, blocked back across by Shivers. Point Clay Center, they lead it 3-2 now. So a 1-point Lady Tiger lead, they get service back. So one half of the semifinals in the books. Rock Creek will face Nemaha Central. Here's Schumann at net, and she got a break there. It rode the tape for about a foot and a half, and then Clay Center was completely out of whack, and it fell to the floor. Nobody around in that area. They'd all gone in to cover up where the spike was going, and it caught the top of the tape and just rode the net for a while. Here's a short set for Shivers. Sabetha unable to dig it, 4-3. Lady Tigers now lead by 1. And have the serve back. Shivers will have that service. So again, Rock Creek, Nemaha Central, one half of the 3A Substate here. Here's a set up front, point Clay Center. Unable to punch it across was Argabright. And the Lady Tigers now lead by 2, 5-3. The winner gets Marysville in the semifinals following this match. Playing 2 courts here in Marysville. Here's a set for Schumann, and it's into net. And the Lady Tigers now a 3-point lead, 6-3. 25-23, the Lady Tigers won the first game. And then Sabetha came back and dominated game 2, winning 25-13. Clay Center trying to return the favor, but now a service fault by Shivers at 6-4. The Lady Tigers do lead by 2. Sabetha with the serve. To the back row, they let it out, and it does go out. Franson, Hamill, 2 of those seniors on the court, both let it go right between, and it went out of bounds. Clay Center's lead is 3, 7-4. Gracie Fief will serve it. Across it comes for the Lady Tigers. Passed up front. Forearm set. Cross court, dig by Fief. Craig sets it to the back row. Sabetha with a play up at net for Kinsey. It's partially blocked. Clay Center scrambling. They do stay in the point. And now a winner by Lexi Leiby. Not almost. It was a miss hit as the Lady Tigers get a chuckle out of it, but it turns into a point and an 8-4 lead now. It will be Thief to serve. Schumann almost mishandled. Now they'll have to set it. Oh, they run into each other. Two players went up at the net to go after it, one trying to make the big hit up top and one just trying to push it across. And Jana Strom, 5'9" senior, going to take a timeout just to make sure everybody's okay. Lady Tigers lead 9-4, third and deciding game of this opening match. The quarterfinals in 3A continues after this.
Ricka chicka boom, ricka chicka boom. Wow, you thought I was going to do that old cheer. The Citizens National Bank is here to cheer on the Tiger students in all their academic and sports activities. As a community, let's rally behind the Tigers and show them our support for their hard work and dedication. The Citizens National Bank is always cheering the Tigers on to another victory. Go Tigers. Member FDIC.
A familiar face and a friendly smile. The Citizens National Bank.
Quarterfinal matchup, 3A Substate Volleyball Championships. The Lady Tigers won game 1, 25-23, lost 13-25, but now leading 9-4 in the third and deciding game. That's over Sabetha as Gracie Thief brings the serve across. Sabetha up front. They set it outside Kinsey. Back row and long, 10-4. Lady Tigers now lead it by 6. So a 10-4 lead. Thief still with the serve. The winner gets Marysville. Rock Creek and Nemaha Central know they will pair up in the other semifinal. And the serve is going to know it's a violation. Somebody in the wrong position on rotation before the serve, and that's a gimme for the Lady Tigers. They lead by 7 now, 11-4. The serve on its way. Pass up front. Back set. Spike, partially blocked by Aaron Hamill. Now the back row, Lady Tigers trying to keep this thing alive. They will stay in the point. Up front, Sabetha. Short middle. No, it's set across. Good dig by Craig. And now Sabetha into the net. Point, Clay Center. The Lady Tigers have a 11-5 lead. Right, no, that was a point, Sabetha. Correction. It was Clay Center into the net. So it is 11-5 lead, but could have been an 8-point advantage had it been Clay Center's point, but it is Sabetha serving. Lady Tigers lead by 6. Here's Marcy Hamill. Back set. Craig winds it up. Blocked back across. Thief to Craig, who will set it to the back row of Sabetha. Now back up front it comes. Flat-footed spike, and Aaron Hamill has to slide in there and come up with it. Now Craig sets it across. Nearly, it is a winner. Maddie Craig, they couldn't get a swing at it, but she just popped it on a set to the near sideline, and Sabetha unable to cover it up. 12-5 now. Clay Center leading by 7 here in this third game, opening match. The winner on to the semifinals. Here's a play up front, partially blocked by Craig, and it's a point. Clay Center, the sophomore, comes up with the stuff, and it's 13-8. The Lady Tigers lead by 8 in this third game. Aaron Hamill to serve. Pass picked up by the back row. Now stuffed across again. Maddie Craig, Jaden Crimmins, both up off the nets. And Clay Center leads by 9, 14-5. Aaron Hamill to serve it again. And nearly an ace. Great dig on the back row by Krebs. Now the hit up top, just kicking inside that sideline for Sabetha, gives the point to the Blue Jays. 14-6. Clay Center, though, leads by 8. Krebs will serve it toward the Blue Jays. Here's the pass from Franson up front. Thief, middle set. Craig has had 2 or 3 winners here recently. This time it's dug out by the Blue Jays. Now a hit up front. The dig by Hamill. 2 Lady Tigers tried to set it. It went across the net. Here's Craig to Thief. Far side set. Haley Franson winds it up. Hits the antenna. And it will be a point to the Blue Jays. Clay Center, though, leads at 14-7. They did lead 14-5 at one time. Now leading by 7 points. Here's Livey, the pass to Thief. Middle set, Craig winds it up again. Blocked back across, Thief the dig. Now to Crimmins. Cross it comes. Franson has to set it for a winner, and it's 15-7. 15-7. It will be Maddie Craig to serve. Last one across, picked up, though, by Schumann. Now up front it comes for the Blue Jays. Blocked out of bounds. Point to Sabetha. 15-8. The Lady Tigers have the lead. Sabetha has the serve back. 15-8. Serve on its way across. Here's Aaron Hamill to Shivers. And a winner, point Clay Center. They lead it 16-8. Shivers didn't get a good hit on it. In fact, kind of mishit it as she got mistimed on the jump. But that mistimed the defense of Sabetha as well. And a point to the Lady Tigers. They lead by 8 now. Marcy Hamilton to serve. Pass up front for Sabetha. Schumann. Cross court. Dig by Craig. Hamill. Cross court for Clay Center. Haley Franson, a near winner. Now Schumann goes to the back row, but long. And the Lady Tigers lead it 17-8. Clay Center trying to scrape their way into a semifinal matchup with host Marysville in the semifinals. The timeout, Sabetha will break as well. Lady Tiger volleyball continues in a moment.
Clay County Medical Center is excited to show you the new additions and improvements that have been made to their facility for Phase 2. They welcome you to their open house Sunday, October 21st from 1 to 4 p.m. Come see the new lab, ER, walk-in clinic, specialty clinic, and outpatient treatment center. They're building for a healthy future.
Clay County Medical Center, our family, caring for yours.
17-8. Lady Tigers battling here. They have the lead by 9 now in the third game in a matchup with Sabetha. A win gives them a chance in the semifinals against host Marysville, the 2 seed. Rock Creek has knocked off Riley County. They will face Nemaha Central in the other semifinal. 17-8. Lady Tigers leading. Waiting for the whistle start is Marcy Hamill, and now she will bring it across for the Lady Tigers. Serve on its way. Dug out by Sabetha. Play up front. Schumann to the back row, and long. Point Clay Center. They're up by 10. Lady Tigers, the 6th seed, 14-22, but coming out of the tough NCKL and tournament action. Here's Hamill's service. Boy, almost mishandled back row. Now passed up front. Barely gets across the net. Shivers the dig. Marcy Hamill right back to Janae. Blocked across. Craig diving. Keeps it alive. And Clay Center, a terrific scramble to keep in his point. Now it's Schumann. And she goes into net. Point Clay Center. Shivers got a hand on it. It went back deep. Craig hustling away from the net. Her back to net sprinting. Got it back up in the air. And then Marcy Hamill was able to get enough on it to get it back across. And then Sabetha put it into the net. Clay Center up by 11. Now set across. Clay Center's got a chance. Marcy Hamill, back set, Henry, partially blocked, pancake save, no, on the ground. Point Clay Center, they're up 20-8. The Lady Tigers leading by 12. Third game of this quarterfinal matchup. Hamill serve again, knuckleballing its way across the net. Sabetha sets it across, Shivers. Passes to Marcy Hamill. Here's Haley Franson. Blocked back for a point. Sabetha, 20-10. The Lady Tigers still lead by 10. They've doubled up the Blue Jays. Friction 20-9. The lead is 11. So a point to Sabetha, but the Lady Tigers in great position right now to have a chance to advance to the semifinals. The serve coming from the Blue Jays. Ooh, ace service. Point to Sabetha. 20-10. Clay Center still with the lead. Trista Argabright will serve it for Sabetha. The 3 seed here in the tournament. Cross it comes. Craig the dig to Marcy Hamill. The setup for Haley Franson. Pushes it to the back row. Now up front, Sabetha. Schumann winds up and finds a winner. Aaron Hamill almost dug it out of there. 20-11 now. The Lady Tigers lead it by 9. Sabetha with the point, trying to fight back in this thing. Clay Center's biggest lead was 12. Now leading by 9, 20-11, but the serve is pulled wide left. Coach Laura Pullman was about to dig that as it went near the Lady Tiger bench. Now the lead back to 10. Serve from Haley Franson. dipping in, barely dug out by the Blue Jays. Now set across. Franson, what a diving get. Clay Center stays in the point again. Now Sabetha. Front row hit, middle hit. Hits tape, dug out by Maddie Craig. Back set from Marcy to Henry. Now dug, first by Craig, then by Marcy Hamill. Then Shivers pushes it across on a set. Now back up front, Schumann, partially blocked by Henry. The dig by Craig. Now Shivers across to Aaron Hamill, and it's dug out by Sabetha. Back up front, Schumann again. Cross-court winner, 21-12. Lady Tigers lead by 9. 4 points from making it to the semifinals here in Marysville. 21-12, they lead it. Split the first 2 games. One game, won 25-23. Lost game 2, 13-25. And now an ace by the Blue Jays makes it 21-13. A lead of 8 by the Lady Tigers. See 2 or 3 to Lady Tigers. Just take a quick peek at the scoreboard. Make sure they know where they're at. They lead it by 8. Here's Marcy Hamill. Quick set, middle set to Shivers. Saved by Marcy Hamill. Now Haley Franson rolls it across to the back row. Sabetha back up front. Schumann comes running in, but puts it into net. Shivers and Henry both there to block it. She tried to set it to an open area and could not do it. Clay Center leads 22-13. Shivers will serve it for Clay Center. Up by 9. Late points here now. Important points for the Lady Tigers. There's a spike from the back row going long, and it's 23-13. 2 points away from winning this quarterfinal matchup. To the back row, picked up by Krebs. Now up front, blocked by Aaron Hamill. Saved by Sabetha. Back row hit Kinsey. Dig by Shivers to Marcy Hamill. Now Clay Center trying to get it across. They won't be able to. It's 23-14. And they lead it by 9. 2 points from claiming the match. Moving to a semifinal. Square off with Marysville. Here's Franson to Craig to Aaron Hamill. Back row saved by Sabetha. Back up front it comes. Kinsey partially blocked by Craig. Marcy Hamill, far side set. Aaron Hamill puts it across, but it's blocked by Schumann. Now Sabetha with a play up at net. Set across. Aaron Hamill to Marcy. Back set. Henry. Cross court winner for the sophomore. And it's match point for the Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers will rotate Gracie Fief into serve it. 24-14. They have match point in this third game. Fief will serve. Schumann up front. Sets it back across. Aaron Hamill back up front. Blocked now by Maddie Craig. Sabetha could have a play up at net. Cross court, dug by Fief. Here's a chance for Clay Center. And it's hit wide on the pass from Crimmins, and then Aaron Hamill just couldn't get it back across. 24-15. Sabetha again will serve. Lady Tiger defense will have a chance to score here. If they can get the side out, it'll be their match. Match point still on the board, 24-15. Here's Franson. The pass to Aaron Hamill. And now Clay Center just rolls it across. A chance for Sabetha. Far side set. This is Kinsey. Blocked back. Maddie Craig. Point Clay Center. And the Lady Tigers move on to the semifinals with a 3-game winner, 25-15 in that final game. Let's take a break. We'll come back and set the stage for what's to come. The Lady Tigers will play Marysville here in the semifinals. We'll tell you all about it in just a moment.
The agronomy professionals at Wilbur Ellis are ready to help you clean up your fields and prepare for winter in the coming spring. Now's the time to find out what your soil needs to keep up with the nutrient needs of the next crop. Wilbur Ellis has many site-specific soil test and mapping options, as well as standard soil testing. Plus, applying fertilizer in the fall will decrease the chance of loss and congestion for next spring's crops. I'm Blaze with Wilbur Ellis. We're here to serve you in every season.
What do you want money for? Whether you are like my 2.5-year-old son Evan wanting money for a big truck, money for a new furnace this winter, money for bills, or money to purchase a new home, Union State Bank has to lend you in every situation. With roots deep in this community, look no further to find a bank that will treat you like family. This is Randy Lipper and for Union State Bank. member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Central Valley Ag is meeting the needs of grain producers with high-volume, state-of-the-art facilities for traditional and specialty grains and customer-oriented people like settlement specialist Tina Osberg, who makes your paperwork work with your record-keeping system.
You get to know your producers and you know how they like tickets done or how they like their settlements done.
And grain specialist Maxine Goals, who goes out of her way to keep producers informed.
The cooperative spirit means we're there for them.
You and Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
Truck drivers are the lifeblood of America. From bringing the crops from the field to the market, to groceries and raw materials. You can see semi-trucks moving America one load at a time. TSI Kansas is your local trucking company that's doing their part to keep America moving forward. If you're a driver looking for great pay and benefits, then you need to call 785-632-5183.
What a match for the Lady Tigers. They've reached the semifinals here in Marysville. They'll take on the host Bulldogs. Captains just meeting. They have 10 minutes on the clock, but they haven't started that countdown clock. I correct myself, they may have just decided to do that. And they have at least started one court counting down. So we should have about a 10-minute break. I'm going to make sure and see when they start the opposite clock. They've only started one. I'm going to take that they're going to give a 10-minute break, and that'll be all. I see Nemaha Central and Rock Creek already warming up. And I think they're about to let the Bulldogs and Lady Tigers, an NCKL semifinal matchup on the way. What a win for the Lady Tigers, 25-23. They battled from behind twice in the first game. They were down 6-10 and then trailed 14-17, and then were able to come back and win it 25-23. Then they just got owned in the second game. They lost 25-13 before coming back and winning it and owning it themselves. 25-15 would be the final. The Lady Tigers win it by 10 and win that match in 3 games. And now we have about 9 minutes, it looks like, away from that second match, the semifinals coming up against the Marysville Bulldogs. We're going to take you back for a 2-minute timeout. We're going to give you a listen into Coach Robert Moran's pregame. We talked with him yesterday and had a chance to air that last night during Tiger football and before our first match. But we'll get you set up for this semifinal with Marysville. We'll have that conversation and our lead-up in just a moment.
I'm going to get right to the point. Flu vaccines. Get it? No, I mean, do you get the flu shot? It's the best way to avoid getting the flu and spreading it to other people. Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy has the flu vaccines available for adults, seniors, and children 12 and above. Protect yourself from the influenza virus this season. Protect those around you. Don't miss your shot. Visit Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy for your flu vaccine in Clay Center, Abilene, and Salina.
Many seed companies claim to offer the latest genetics, but how many have tested those genetics in soils just like yours? The Oldie Seed Know to Grow research program has fully tested the latest seed genetics in soils that are right in your neighborhood. The Oldie Seed Know to Grow program can recommend the best performing hybrids from technologies like Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link that will optimize the yield and profit of every acre on your farm. Contact Oldie Seed today.
Farming and ranching isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. As the #1 farm insurer in Kansas, we offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm and ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. We make it simple to get customized coverage in one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Justin Padman and Michael Hodges in Clay Center to learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Why crawl like a spider through the web when you can fly like a bat? It's frightening when you realize how much time you're wasting with slow internet. Get a scary good deal on Pulse Internet with Twin Valley. Take advantage of the savings with an eerily perfect Halloween deal and sign up for 100 megabits per second or Pulse Gig Internet service. Sign up for Pulse Internet and automatically get entered to win some cool prizes if you sign up between now and October 31st and get 2 months free. Don't wait. Call now. 800-515-3311. The Clay Center Lady Tigers come into Marysville on a Substate Saturday. Championship Saturday with upsets on their mind.
Clay Center does lead by 2, 19-17. Here's a play up front for Aaron Hamill again. Cross-court winner, 20-17. Clay Center with the advantage.
Their postseason begins in a place they know well, just in Marysville a couple of weeks back.
Here's Aaron Hamill up front, Pete. Far side set, Haley Franson, and the winner across net. Franco blocked it, but into net, and it's 20-19. Clay Center by 1.
Welcome to the Substate Saturday Championships from Marysville in Class 3A. First up, the Lady Tigers, the Sabetha Blue Jays, the number 3 seed. The Lady Tigers, the 6th seed. Our pre-match talk with Coach Robert Moran is on the way next on a Substate Championship Saturday.
The cornerstone of profitable crop production is a sound soil fertility program, and it starts with Nutrien Ag Solutions. They recommend Micro Essentials that delivers the optimum performance you need for maximum results in your field. Titan XC is another key ingredient for quick release and uptake of vital plant nutrients. Plus, it's compatible with a variety of dry fertilizer blends, including Micro Essentials SZ. Financing is available for these products. For a greater return on your investment, visit with the ag professionals at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Back talking with Coach Robert Moran, the Clay Center Lady Tigers heading into the postseason. It's arrived once again, Coach. We say this, I know every year comes very, very quickly for you guys. You come off of a matchup on Tuesday. I guess we had to talk about senior night, Coach. This is a pretty special group of seniors to have battled with you and been a big part of this program, and then to have a season, I know that's maybe not gone the way they've wanted it to as far as wins and losses, but when you watch them play, you know this team is going to scrap and fight for you until the bitter end.
Yeah, absolutely. This group, they want to win so badly, and they're willing to work hard to do that. But we have had to play some tough teams throughout the year, and we've been close on so many occasions. When you look at all the times we've gone 3 sets, and the seniors that come out and battle, and it was really special for them to go out with 2 wins on their home court the last regular season night, and they were pretty excited about that, and felt pretty good about it, and it's propelled us. We had a couple really good practices the last couple of days. I look forward to us having a good practice tonight as we head into matches tomorrow.
Yeah, the Lady Tigers will open up against Sabetha in that 3A Substate. I'm going to throw out something a little off the beaten path, I guess, to some degree, Coach. I know I had a chance to see you at Ahern Fieldhouse where the K-State Wildcats knocked off KU, who was 22nd ranked. They hadn't beaten them in Ahern since 2011, hadn't beaten them at all since 2014. This is a team, K-State, is where I'm going with this, I guess, that's been close to so many times over the last really few years. Against Texas, against KU, they get to that 5th set and just can't quite finish it off. Is this maybe something you can use as a springboard to let the gals know that, there's chances here? You've been close. Why not make a little run?
Absolutely. And, it's funny you say that because that's exactly part of my talk that I was going to use over the next couple of days. Because, having sit there and witnessed that and knowing, obviously we're comparing different things when you talk about a Division I program to a 3A high school, but the way that they've had to struggle and claw lately to get some wins and everything or be close, and I think there are some comparisons there. We've been really close and almost had a few upsets, but we continue to battle, and that's what I love about our team is that they've got that fight in them, and if you can put it all together in one day, who knows what could happen, and we could pull off a few upsets, and that would be an exciting, end of our season going forward.
And you just don't know what will happen in the postseason. We see it year in and year out at all levels. Let's look at the bracket for you guys. You open up against Sabetha. They're the 3 seed, around a 500 team, just a little bit over 500 on the season. Do you know much about the Blue Jays?
I was able to get, with Huddle nowadays, and just knowing some people in the coaching community, I was able to get 4 or 5 films on them over the last couple of days, so I've been able to look at that and see what they do. They're comparable to some of the teams in our league, and I think they play a fairly tough schedule in their Big 7 conference with the likes of Royal Valley and Seneca, Nemaha Central, and Holton. But I also look at some of the other teams they played, and I think our schedule, matches up as well, if not better than some of the teams they played. So I look for it to be a really good battle. I know it's a 3-6 battle matchup, and sometimes you feel like the 6th seed is the big underdog, but I really think that we're right there even with them, and I wouldn't even consider it an upset if we were to beat them.
It's a new setup, obviously, without the two different 4A divisions, and that puts you as one of the bigger 3A schools. We kind of broke that down earlier, but it's also an 8-team field now. That hasn't been that way for a while. It'll be a little different feel going in with 2 courts going and a lot of volleyball taking place.
Absolutely. In the past, with the split that we've had, we've been able to go to Substate knowing that we just had to win 2 matches to advance. So in a worst case scenario, you think, okay, if I can pull off one upset, we can make it to state. Well, with the 8 teams, of course, and if you're one of the bottom seeds, now you got to pull off multiple upsets, and you can't just say we can get hot for a match or two. We've got to be on our game all 3 matches. So when you look at it that way, it's definitely an uphill battle, but it's one that I think we're excited about, getting back into that bigger Substate and thinking of it, making it a longer day competition. And we're used to that, obviously, having played so many 3-set matches. I think conditioning-wise, we're up for the game, and it's just a matter of whether we can put our game together.
The exciting day for the Lady Tigers at the 3A Substate. Coach, we really appreciate the time, and let's go get them this weekend.
Okay, we'll do our best.
Lady Tiger Volleyball from Marysville in the 3A Substate Championship Saturday afternoon.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Lady Tigers getting set to face NCKL rival the Marysville Bulldogs, the semifinal 3A Substate matchup. The winner of this will move on to take on the winner, number 1 seed Omaha Central or 5 seed Rock Creek. Rock Creek getting through Riley County just moments ago. The Lady Tigers went 3 games and won it over Sabetha, the 3 seed, to advance to this matchup with number 2 seed Marysville. This is a team the Lady Tigers have battled with and battled well against through this season. They have pushed them to 3 games on a couple of different occasions. The match that we broadcast right here from this spot just a couple weeks ago, they had a chance at a match point and just couldn't quite finish it off. They will have the opening serve. Marcy Hamill is set to go. The semifinals are underway. The serve is an ace to start, and the Lady Tigers go up 1-0 here early. Lady Tigers did win 25-23, 13-25, and then 25-15 in that first match against Sabetha. So a 1-0 start. Marcy Hamill serving in across. Franco has it. Back set for Brown. Blocked back across by Franson. Now Brown, middle set on its way. Blocked by Franson, but it falls in against the Lady Tigers on a big hit in the middle that time by the Bulldogs. Madison Runabaum was the hit right in that center spot. Here's a serve across now from Brown. And a lift against the Lady Tigers, and Marysville now leads it 2-1. Brown will serve it for Marysville. Franson digs it out up near net. Middle set for Shivers. Blocked back across. Dig by Aaron Hamill. Franson will just roll it across. A chance here for the Bulldogs. Pass up front. Franco with a hit on the way. Dug out by Marcy Hamill. Here's Reagan Henry to Janae Shivers. Blocked back across. Shivers keeps it alive. Now Franson with a flat-footed spike to the back row. Back up front, Franco again, blocked by Henry. And now a point play center, Marysville into the net. 2-2 tie. It'll be Haley Franson to serve it. Franson from right in the middle of the court. Serve across. Brown up front. Runabaum has to set it across, but finds open territory. And so the Bulldogs go up 3-2. Runabaum didn't get a swing at it, but she knew where the open area was and just guided it to where Clay Center was not and got the point. Runabaum will serve. Here's Aaron Hamill to Marcy, right back to Aaron. Outside hitter, puts a good one to the back row. Dug out by the Bulldogs. Here's Franco again at net. The dig by Franson back up front. And the hit this time from Linda Franco. And no point to Clay Center. So coming across the top, Clay Center ties it 3-3. They had the winner on the hit by Franco, but violation gives Clay Center the point. Tied at 3. Janae Shivers the serve. Brown off balance, keeps it alive. It's set across now. And now a illegal hit against the Lady Tigers and a point to the Bulldogs, and they lead it 4-3. Rock Creek tied at 2 apiece with Nemaha Central on the opposite court. Franco will serve it. Franson to Marcy Hamill, now to Aaron. Has to push it across. Good diving get by Franco, and what a scramble by the Bulldogs. Somehow kept this thing alive. Now it's Clay Center scrambling. They'll bring it across as well. Bartles gets it up front. Franco blocked and point. Maddie Craig puts it back across, and the Lady Tigers have tied it at 4 apiece. The big swing by the Bulldogs, and Craig denies, and the point for the Lady Tigers. Gracie Fief now will serve. Fief rotates in. Lexi Libby on the back row, the libero. Franson, Craig, Crimmins, and an ace for Fief, and the Lady Tigers have a lead at 5-4. And Fief will continue with serve. Was giving you the lineup. Aaron Hamill, that sixth player on the court for the Lady Tigers up front. Fief with the ace last time. The serve this trip handled by Franco. Now the setup to Nicole Franco. Diving get by Libby, but nobody else able to get to it. And a point to the Bulldogs. We're tied at 5. Nemaha Central has taken a lead in their match over Rock Creek. So 2 tight ones going on in the semifinals. Serve across by the Bulldogs. Here's Marcy Hamill to Craig. Good hit. And Marysville scrambling. They will keep it alive. Shea Brown just puts it across. Here's Libby up front. Fief, middle set. Craig winds it up. Good hit. Partially blocked for the Bulldogs. Now set across. And Clay Center unable to dig it out. Craig and Franson both diving toward each other. Fortunate they didn't collide heads as they were trying to dig that one out. 6-5. Bulldogs now lead by 1. The serve from Franco and an ace service by Nicole Franco. Nicole, the senior for the Bulldogs, puts Marysville up by 2 now, 7-5. Serve on its way across. Aaron Hamill to Franson. Aaron's with a hit toward the middle. Good dig by Franco. Now the play up front for Brown. Blocked but out of bounds off the hands of Marcy Hamill. And the Bulldogs now lead by 3, 8-5. Nemaha Central's gone up 7-3 in their match with Rock Creek. Franson, the pass up front. Forearm set from Marcy Hamill to Aaron Hamill, and a little off-balance winner, and it's 8-6. Not always a hard hit that wins it. Aaron just kind of kept that moving and rolled it across the tape. Caught enough of it to throw Marysville off balance, and the point to Clay Center. Lady Tigers trail the Bulldogs 8-6 in Game 1. Semifinals here in the 3A Substate Championships. We do know Frankfort is in the finals in 1A. Have not had a result on that as yet. They did lose their first game of that championship match in 1A. Here's a set in the middle for Maddie Craig. She has to set it across. Now Marysville, far side set for Brown up at the net, and Clay Center scrambled that pass. The set actually went too far for Brown to go get, but then Clay Center was getting back on defense and ended up letting it fall on their end of the courts. 9-6. The lead for Marysville. Here's Haley Franson up in net. Big swing on the way and a point, Clay Center. 9-7, back within 2. Nemaha Central up 9-4 in their match with Rock Creek. The 2 semifinal matches going on simultaneously. Lady Tigers down 9-7 with the serve. Maddie Craig, the sophomore. Brown with the pass to Franco. Now up front it comes to Runabaum. Maddie Craig digs it out. Back up front, Shivers just rolls it across. Here's Franco. Set back row. That's Runabaum with the hit. Fief comes and digs it out. Forearm set for Franson. Blocked up front. 2 Bulldogs there. Bartles and Runabaum both on the play. And Frankfort has lost to St. John's in 2 sets, 25-15, 25-23. It's a state-ranked Frankfort team. All of the teams in that sub-state had 30 or more wins, so just a brutal sub-state in 1A. So Frankfort with the loss, out for the year with a terrific season. Here's Franson, the hit at net goes into net. And now the Bulldogs have opened up a 4-point lead on Clay Center, 11-7. The serve it is Sammy Bartles. It is Aaron Hamill with the pass up front. Thief to Shivers and into net. Tried to get it around the defense that time of Linda Franco, and in doing so ended up going into the tape. 12-7, Marysville leads it. There's a timeout on the floor. We're back after this.
Hometown Lumber and Hardware offers doorbusters that give you the power you need for the toughest messes, wet or dry. The 8-gallon tank Vacmaster Wet Dry Vacuum with quick-release detachable blower is $59.99. Enjoy a cool break on the patio and light up your space with the 30-foot outdoor string lights for $24.99. And no home or job site should be without the 75-foot Swan heavy-duty water hose for $27.99 and the 50-foot hose for $19.99. Hurry into Hometown Lumber and Hardware in Marysville.
Lady Tigers nip and tuck with the Bulldogs until Marysville's kind of put their power into play at the net. They lead by 5 now, so Clay Center with the timeout. Here's a play at net for Shivers, has to guide it away from the block of Franco. Now they set it for Brown, partially blocked by Crimmin. Crimmins now sets middle for Shivers. Blocked back across, point Bulldogs, and they lead 13-7. So Marysville a 6-point lead in game 1. To serve it for the Bulldogs, Bartle. Aaron Hamill to Thief. Outside set for Franson on its way across, picked up by the Bulldogs. Now the back row set for Franco, and it is out. Point Clay Center. Little hesitation by the back judge, but it was called out. 13-7, opening game. Clay Center, or 13-8, I should say, down by 5 to the Bulldogs. Marysville, the 2 seed here in this Substate championship. Clay Center will serve it, and Marcy Hamill puts it into net, and 14-8, Marysville the lead. The serve will be Shea Brown. Pass up front from Craig, set for Shivers, blocked out of bounds. Nicole and Linda Franco on the block, but it went sideline out. Point to the Lady Tigers, 14-9. Big hit by Shivers on the play. Franson will serve. Clay Center trailing by 5. Opening game of the semifinals. Brown up front. Peschel, middle set for Franco. Guides it away from the defenders and finds an open area. And a point to the Bulldogs. They lead by 6, 15-9. In the serve it will be Eva Peschel. Rock Creek has fallen behind 14-5 in their first game. We've got a spike that came from that court, and they stopped the service. We'll replay it. Peschel had actually put it in play, but the official stopping it because of the volleyball coming across the court. Here's the serve again. Craig, pass to Marcy Hamill. Cross court. It's set now across by Aaron Hamill. Bartles picks it up to Peschel. Up front, Franco. What a dig by Craig. Now it's up front near the net. Punched across with a fist by Aaron Hamill. Set again. Franco, the senior, goes long this time, and a point to the Lady Tigers, who trail 15-10, game 1 of the 3A Substate semifinals. The only report we've had is Frankfurt did lose in the championship in 1A to Beloit St. John's in straight sets in the 1A Substate over in Centralia. Here's Marysville, and that is a point. Clay Center, a lift called against the Bulldogs. 15-11, the Lady Tigers back within 4. Janae Shivers will serve it. Working to get some results for you on the Valley Heights Substate. An ace for Shivers. It catches the tape. A break for the Lady Tigers and for the server, Janae Shivers, and it's 15-12. Valley Heights, as mentioned, hosting their 2A Substate, and so we'll look to get results on the Mustangs hosting that. They've certainly got a chance to advance out of there. Here's Shivers with the serve. Middle set across. Craig keeps it alive, but Clay Center unable to do much more than that. 16-12, Bulldogs lead by 4. Clay Center cut the lead down to 3, and now the Bulldogs back by 4 with the serve. Linda Franco with the serve across. Here's a set for Henry. Plant-footed spike cross court, dug out by Peschel. Now up front, Franco plants one away against the Bulldogs. That's the senior, Nicole. 17-12 now. The Lady Tigers trail by 5. 16-5, Nemaha Central leading Rock Creek. To serve it is Linda Franco. Up front, Marcy Hamill. Sets outside, Aaron Hamill, cross court. Great dig by Brown, and now Marysville miscommunication. Two Peschels looking at each other. Neither one went for it. So the point to the Lady Tigers, 17-13. They trail by 4. Gracie Fief will serve it. Fief to serve. Play center trailing by 4 here. Again, a volleyball from that other game ends up on the Lady Tiger court, so they've paused play. Now back underway as Fief serves it. Peschel sets it back row for Brown, and that's going to go long. Clay Center right back within 3, 17-14. Important points as you near 20 in these games, and the Lady Tigers trying to keep themselves around. The serve from Fief again. Dug out by Peschel. The set for Franco into net, and Clay Center's within 2 again, 17-15. Couple of mistakes for the Bulldogs, and Clay Center trying to take advantage within 2. Fief again to serve it. The dig set up front for Bartle. Dug by Livy. Now it's Fief. Set for Aaron Hamill. Big hit on the way and a winner. And the Lady Tigers right back within 1. And Marysville wants a timeout. It's 17-16. Lady Tigers scrambling here in Marysville. We're back after this.
Over 9,000 people so far are saving money by using the Ray's Apple Market app. Are you one of them? While shopping at Ray's Apple Market, using the app and saving money, be sure to select superb quality meats. Your family will appreciate their tender, certified Angus beef and Smithfield prime pork. Get the app and join the crowd.
Here at Ray's, it is our passion to give you, our customer, a pleasant, time-saving shopping experience while providing exceptional products at value prices with uncommon customer service. Thank you from our family to yours.
Clay Center battling. They're back within 1 and now trying to scramble and keep a play alive. They will. Franson sets it across. Down 17-16. Here's Franco setting it to open territory. No, picked up by Hamill. Now the back set for Crimmins. Set to the back row, picked up by the Bulldogs. Peschel to Bartles. Play Center's got a chance. Franson to Fief. Back set Crimmins and goes into net. Had a couple of big blockers coming at her. The Lady Tigers trail by 2, but they have made up some ground. They were down by 5 at one time. So it will be Marysville to serve it. Franco hits net and gets an ace out of it. Janae Shivers had one for Clay Center. Franco gets one for the Bulldogs. 19-16. Lady Tigers down by 3. Serve again. Franson unable to come up with it. Just ate her up, kind of like you're crowded on the plate by a fastball coming in at you and unable to make a hit on it. Clay Center down by 4. Timeout taken again. We'll break here as well. You're listening to Lady Tiger Volleyball.
Hey folks, Bill Rice from the Green Team. I want to let you know about some great specials we have going on right now in our service department. How about this? Buy 3 tires and get the 4th one absolutely free. Or you need an alignment? We've got alignment special during the month of October for only $59.95. That's a 4-wheel alignment. We also have a special on our recommended maintenance. You can get $20 off any recommended maintenance. So come out and see us at the Green Team, 802 West Crawford, or check us out online at greenteamcars.com.
20-16 here on the other court. Nemaha Central 25-6. They win the first game against Rock Creek. They are the number 1 seed, 32-8 on the season. Clay Center down by 4. Marysville with a serve. Here's Franson up front. Marcy Hamill to Aaron Hamill. Outside here, puts it to the middle court, and the winner for Clay Center. They're within 3 again, 20-17. Aaron Hamill with the winner. And Hamill will step back to serve it now. Hamill, Libby, Fief on the back row. Crimmins, Craig, and Franson up front. Good serve, dug by the Bulldogs. Here's Bartles up front. Picked up by Fief. Now Crimmins, middle set Craig. Maddie to the back corner, nobody there. And Clay Center right back within 2, 20-18. Aaron Hamill with the serve. The Lady Tigers battling back within 2. On its way across, and service fault against the Lady Tigers going into net 21-18. They trail by 3. Tight points here as you get to that 20-point mark as mentioned, and the Bulldogs lead 21-18 with the serve from Peschel. Here is Libby up front. Fief tries to keep it alive as it's stuffed back across by Bartles. The pass just going too tall and too long. And now the Bulldogs have a 4-point lead and lead it 22-18. We've got a rotation in for the Lady Tigers before the service from Marysville. Marcy Hamill in. Crimmins will come off. Hamill, Craig, Aaron Hamill, Franson, Libby, and Feast. Here's Libby. Marcy Hamill gets the winner. Couldn't really make a play. She wanted to set it, and as she got near the net, realized her only chance was to poke it across, and she did so backhanded and got the point. It's 22-19. Maddie Craig to serve. Pass up front for the Bulldogs. Outside set, Runabaum. Blocked by Marcy Hamill, but then right back down on their side. They were unable to dig it once the block took place, and it's 23-19 Marysville by 4. The serve from Bartle. Here's Marcy across to Franson, and blocked out of bounds. Point Clay Center, 23-20. Good battle here in game number 1. The Lady Tigers hanging around, trailing by 3. Marcy Hamill with the service. Reagan Henry, Janae Shivers back in the game. The serve from Hamill. Bartle to pass up front. Back row set for Franco. Into net. Clay Center back within 2 now, 23-21. And Marcy again will serve it. If they can stretch it here against the Bulldogs. Franco up front. Peschel middle set. Runabaum back row, and a winner for the Bulldogs. They have a set point. Game point now for Marysville, 24-21. The serve will be Brown. Clay Center trying to stretch this a little further. Big time service. Now Franco gets the winner. That's Linda Franco, the sophomore. And Marysville wins 25-21 in the opening game of the semifinal matchup. A good one. The Lady Tigers hanging in there. Game 2 will be on the way in just a moment.
Replacing a roof is a substantial undertaking. It's one of the biggest financial commitments a homeowner will make. But the long-term value of a solid, attractive, and leak-free roof is well worth it. McGee Roofing offers residential and commercial roofing replacement, along with guttering and siding. With the colors and textures available in siding, you can customize the look of your home or business. For roof replacement or repair, gutters and siding, McGee Roofing is committed to customer satisfaction. Call them for an estimate.
Has your CD rates been a real lemon lately? Well, listen to this sweet deal. A 16-month certificate of deposit for an annual percentage yield of 1.50%, or a 37-month CD with an APY of 2.40%. Stop by the Citizens National Bank and turn your old lemon rate into a new sweeter deal. Member FDIC.
Annual percentage yield accurate as of June 25, 2018. Minimum deposit of $500 required. Penalty will be imposed for early withdrawal. 16-month converts to an 18-month and the 37-month converts to a 48-month term at maturity.
Clay County Medical Center is excited to show you the new additions and improvements that have been made to their facility for Phase 2. They welcome you to their open house Sunday, October 21st from 1 to 4 p.m. Come see the new lab, ER, walk-in clinic, specialty clinic, and outpatient treatment center. They're building for a healthy future.
Clay County Medical Center, our family, caring for yours.
This is Alicia Linhart with Union State Bank. Come in and see any of our friendly staff to check out our many account offerings.
Hey, Mom, that's like you!
Oh, yes, Maggie. Anyone can come in and see me, too. At Union State, we make banking a family affair. Bring the little tykes in with you. It's never too early to teach them about money and savings. Yes, Maggie. We do hope to see you all soon. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Back in Marysville, Bulldogs will have the serve. Shea Brown with it. Service to the Lady Tigers. Marysville winning game 1, 25-21, and now they get a winner. The pass from Clay Center went up above the tape, and you can't let Nicole Franco have that opportunity. She blasts one back across, and it's 1-0. Bulldogs lead it. Brown again to serve. Craig, the dig. Marcy Hamill, the set for Franson, and it's blocked out of bounds. Point Clay Center. The hailstorm up at the net puts the point away, and the Lady Tigers have it tied 1 apiece. And Rock Creek, who was owned in the first game against Omaha Central, has a 5-5 tie in game number 2. They lost 25-6 in that first game, so they've settled in a bit, it looks like. Here is Franco up front, partially blocked by Shivers. What a great dig by Marcy Hamill across court to Aaron Hamill. Middle court. Marysville scrambling. They'll get it across. Here's Aaron to Marcy. Back set for Henry. Has to set it across. Did she find open court? She did. And Henry puts the Lady Tigers up 2-1. Haley Franson will serve. And up front it comes to Marysville's Runabomb with the hit. Blocked across by Hamill. Point Clay Center. Aaron Hamill makes it happen. It's 3-1 now. Clay Center by 2. So great start here in the second game. Down 1-0 in the semifinals to the Bulldogs. Serve from Franson. Pass up front. Bartles to Peschel. Now to Franco. Good dig by Henry to keep it alive. And now Reagan just pushes it across. Had to slide backwards from the net to get it to that position. Shivers gets a block. And now it's Franco with a block. Marcy Hamill to Janae Shivers. Rolls it across to the back row. Up front, Peschel. Outside hit and missed set that time. Franco went up to hit it, and it was well past her. Clay Center lead 4-1. Game 2, Lady Tigers. Oh, and an ace service. Middle defender backed away to let the back row come up with it, and nobody was there. So 5-1 the start now for the Lady Tigers in this second game. They're down 1-0. Here's a serve from Franson again. Just had the ace. Now it's Linda Franco guiding it away from the defender, and it's 5-2. Clay Center leads it by 3 in game number 2 here in the semifinals of the 3A Substate Championship. Congratulations, the Lady Tigers, who have sent their team to the state championships in cross country. Here's Maddie Craig up front. Marcy Hamill, short, middle set, Shivers. Dig out by Aaron Hamill off the block, and now the Lady Tigers have to roll it across. Marysville up front, middle set for Franco. What a dig by Marcy Hamill. Forearm set up by Henry to Aaron Hamill. And misplayed on the back row. Clay Center's point. They lead it 6-2. Again, the Lady Tiger cross-country team taking second as a team goes to state in 3A. Jarrett Fitzenmeyer for the boys qualifying individually. Here's a pass up front for Marysville. Middle set, Franco. Blocked by Craig, then kept alive by Maddie. And now it's Aaron Hamill with the winner. A little soft set over the defender's hands up front, in front of the defense behind. And the Lady Tigers now lead by 5, 7-2. And we'll serve it again. From Shivers, it hits tape but goes across. Bartles, good dig. Franco again. Cross court, wide. 8-2 now. The Lady Tigers have a 6-point lead. Bulldogs want a timeout. Clay Center trying to stretch this one. They lost game 1, 25-21. They lead in game 2, 8-2 when we return.
Central Valley Ag is meeting the needs of grain producers with high-volume, state-of-the-art facilities for traditional and specialty grains and customer-oriented people like settlement specialist Tina Osberg, who makes your paperwork work with your record-keeping system.
You get to know your producers and you know how they like tickets done or how they like their settlements done.
And grain specialist Maxine Goals, who goes out of her way to keep producers informed.
The cooperative spirit means we're there for them.
You and Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
8-2 Lady Tiger lead. Marysville forced into a timeout, and out of the timeout, an ace service coming for the Lady Tigers. Janae Shivers with that ace, and it's 9-2 now. Clay Center leads by 7. Shivers again with that serve. Same area of the court. Popped up in the air, Peschel, and Marysville just rolls it across. Clay Center's got a chance. Marcy Hamill, far side set. Aaron Hamill winds it up and saved by the Bulldogs. Now back, Marysville mishandling it, and that was just a missed set. 2 Bulldogs trying to go to net after it, and Clay Center leads 10-2 right now. Shivers will again serve. Bulldogs pass up near net, set across. Hamill to Marcy. Back set for Henry. Cross court, near winner. Bulldogs, big save by Peschel, set across by Franco. Here's Maddie Craig to Marcy Hamill, right back to Craig. Big hitter and a winner. Clay Center up 11-2. Craig right in the middle, had it blocked, but out of bounds. Big time swing by the sophomore. It's 11-2. Clay Center by 9. Shivers will serve. Here's Brown up front for Peschel. Middle set. Franco sets it across to open territory. And the point to the Bulldogs, 11-3. By the way, Nemaha Central now leads Rock Creek 12-8 in game 2. They won the first game 25-6 over Rock Creek. Here's Franco. That's long. Clay Center leads it 12-3 in game number 2. And they'll rotate Gracie Feith into serve. Jaden Crimmins into the front row. Libby, Franson, Aaron Hamill, and Craig stay on the court for Clay Center. Leading 12-3 against the Bulldogs in this semifinal. Here's Brown, back row set for a spike. Good dig by Libby. Branson up front. Crimmins will set it to the back row. Marysville's got to play it net. Franco comes in hot and puts it away. Nicole Franco makes it 12-4. Clay Center's lead is 8 in game number 2, and now Franco rotates back to serve. 12-4, Clay Center leading. Game number 2, they need it to go to a third set, and now Nicole Franco hits it long on the service. And it's 13-4. Just unlikely mistakes by this Bulldog team. Do have an update on Valley Heights I'll get to in just a moment. Here's a middle set for Bartles. Back row, Aaron Hamill digs it. Feith, cross court to Franson. Punches it across. Marysville scrambling. Now up at the net, they set it to the back row. Dug out by Leiby. Here's Feith, middle set. Craig punches it to an open area in the middle. Great dig by Franco. Now Brown with the hit. Here is Aaron Hamill to Feith, to Franson, and it's just long. Thought maybe it was tipped, did not get a call. 13-5, the lead for Clay Center. Valley Heights wins over Effingham, 25-10, 25-11. 25-10, 25-11. That's in 2A in Valley Heights High School. The Mustangs winning their first match. Here is Marysville, a little scramble again. Franson picks it up. Leiby on the back row. It's Aaron Hamill who sets it across. Clay Center leading here by 8. Run a bomb to the back row. Hamill has it. Feith, middle set. Craig winds it up again. Dug out by Franco. Now set across by Peschel. Here's Feith. Far side set. Franson winds up. Blocked. Back up front and then hit by Bartles, but it's long. Point Clay Center. 14-5, Lady Tigers. They have the lead in this second game, down 1-0. Craig will serve it on its way across. What a serve, dug out by Franco. Now set across by Brown. Clay Center's got a chance here. Craig to Feith. Middle set. Shivers. Flat-footed spike to the back row. Mishandled. Point Clay Center. They lead at 15-5. And a timeout again by Marysville. Clay Center by 10 in game 2. We'll bring you back to Marysville after this.
Your farm truck or semi is an important part of your farm operation. At TSI Kansas, we know the importance of fixing it right and at a fair price. If your truck needs repaired or service, you can trust the skilled mechanics at TSI to get it done right. You can rely on TSI for fast, friendly service every time. Call today at 785-632-5183.
15-5, placing the Lady Tigers with the lead. Again, to update you on Valley Heights, they did win in straight sets 25-10, 25-11. Valley Heights, their first match of the day, winning over Atchison County. The Mustangs are the number 2 seed. 25-10, 25-11. They're waiting to see who their opponent will be. Here, Clay Center leading by 10. Bartles' dig hit. What a dig by Craig. Middle set, Janae Shivers, back corner, but long. Was it touched? No, out of bounds. Point to the Bulldogs. 15-6. Clay Center down 1-0, but leading by 9 in game 2. Here's a back set. Jaden Crimmins to the back row. Good dig by Bartles. Set up front for Brown. Partially blocked by Shivers, and the Lady Tigers keep this play alive. Feith rolls it across. Middle set, Franco. Blocked by Shivers, but out of bounds. Point, Marysville. 15-7. The Lady Tiger lead is 8. Bartles will serve it. Here's Craig. Now Clay Center in a scramble, unable to get to it. Point Bulldogs, 15-8. And now a timeout by the Lady Tigers. We're breaking as well. Lady Tigers up by 7. Game number 2 when we return.
Did you know Patterson's Health Mart Pharmacy delivers? That's right. Patterson understands that for many people, the lack of mobility and transportation make it very difficult to get their necessary prescriptions. That's why Patterson's make daily deliveries Monday through Friday to Clyde, Clifton, Lynn, Wakefield, and Leonardville, as well as Clay Center. You can even get same-day deliveries if you call before noon.
Back again in Marysville. Rocky Downing along with our studio engineer, Bernie Fancella. The Lady Tigers trying to make a match of this. Lost the first game 25-21. They lead 15-8. Marysville has been down by as many as 11, back within 7 Clay Center now with the ball on their side of the court. They bring it across with Shivers, rolling it to Marysville. Now Brown with the big hit at net, and it's 15-9. Brown with the big swing up on that left side. Clay Center got a hand on it, but that was all. The serve from Bartles. Ooh, great dig by Aaron Hamill. Short set middle by Shivers. Set across. Marysville, run a bomb. Cross court. Big dig by Feeve. Now Clay Center, a bit of a scramble. They will get it across to the Bulldogs. Marysville, up front, Franco. And a winner for the Bulldogs. They're right back within 5 at 15-10. That was Linda Franco with the hit. Now Clay Center will rotate Marcy Hamill in on the front row. Crimmins will come out. Bartles will continue with the serve for Marysville. 15-10. Clay Center led by double digits in this game, but now the Bulldogs making their way back in it. Here's Franson to Hamill. Up front, Shivers sets it to the back row. Bartles to Peschel. Now to Brown. Had the winner last time, but Aaron Hamill digs this one out. Marcy Hamill to Haley Franson, who sets it across middle of the court. Run a bomb. Sets it up. Brown again. Blocked by Shivers. Point Clay Center. 16-10. Lady Tigers lead by 6. Trying to stretch it to a third game here. Took 3 games to dispose of Sabetha in the first match of the day. 6-seed Clay Center winning over 3-seed Sabetha. Now run a bomb. Good dig by Craig. They say point to the Bulldogs. Lady Tigers up front into the nets. 16-11. Seamaw Central leads 20-13 in their matchup. Here's Franson with a pass up front. Marcy Hamill to Shivers. And blocked by Franco, but into the Bulldogs side of the court. Lady Tigers lead 17-11. Again, nearing that 20-point mark. First to 20, so important. Leading by 6. Franson to serve. Barely dug out by Franco. Now Nicole Franco blocked back across by Shivers. Marysville now just rolls it across. Here's Marcy Hamill to Henry. Set up for Shivers again in the middle, but blocked back home by Franco. Linda Franco with the block. It's 17-12. Clay Center leads it by 5 in game number 2. They got close twice this year against the Bulldogs, taking them to 3 sets. Here's pass up front. Marcy Hamill to Aaron. Goes to the back corner, picked up by Bartles. Now Franco, big hit, blocked by Shivers, and she keeps it alive. Now Henry tries to stuff it back, but it's stuffed by Nicole Franco of Marysville. And they're back within 4 now, 17-13. To serve it will be the Bulldogs' Eva Peschel. Freshman brings it across. Pass up front. Marcy Hamill up near net. Aaron Hamill just sets it across down to the back row. Bartles up front. And Franco sets it to Clay Center. Franson to Marcy Hamill. Back set for Henry. Cross court. Dug out. Now it's Shivers. Big time hit. Saved on the back row by Bartles again. Marcy Hamill to Aaron. Sets it just across the net. Picked up by the Bulldogs. Now Franco to the back row. Clay Center scrambling to stay alive. And they will as Craig and Henry keep it alive. Craig getting it across. Now the block up front on the swipe by Franco from Shivers goes out of bounds. And it's 17-15. Marysville right back in this second game. The Lady Tigers do have the lead. Marysville stays with the serve. And across it comes. Here's Craig to Marcy Hamill. Shivers guides it away from a blocker. Now it's Franco, cross-court winner, and Marysville right back in the heart of it. 17, well, they had the score wrong a moment ago because now it's a 17-15. Clay Center still with the lead. Tight points. Second game, Marysville leads at 1-0. Clay Center leading game 2, 17-15. We're back in a moment.
Many seed companies claim to offer the latest genetics, but how many have tested those genetics in soils just like yours? The Oldie Seed Know to Grow research program has fully tested the latest seed genetics in soils that are right in your neighborhood. The Oldie Seed Know to Grow program can recommend the best performing hybrids from technologies like Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link that will optimize the yield and profit of every acre on your farm. Contact Oldie Seed today.
Clay Center had a double-digit lead. Now the lead down to 2, 17-15. The serve from the Bulldogs off the Clay Center timeout. Craig to Marcy Hamill. Here's Aaron. Flat-footed spike. Peschel picks it up. Now the set for Franco. Blocked back and just out of bounds. And it'll be a 1-point game here in game number 2. Nicole Franco with the hit. 17-16. Clay Center leads it by 1. Here's a serve across. Franson to Marcy Hamill. And it's set across now by Janae Shivers. Marysville will have a play up at net. No, it's set across. Saved by Marcy Hamill. Now back up near net. Franco again. Blocked by Shivers. And point Clay Center. And it's 18-16. The Marysville Bulldogs started to dominate the net. And Janae Shivers answers and gives Clay Center the 2-point lead. 18-16. Clay Center needs this game to push it to a third and deciding, and they get an ace from Janae Shivers. First to 20, Clay Center, 20-16 now. They lead it. And Shivers again will serve. Nemaha Central leading 23-20 in their matchup. Here's the serve across. Bartles up front, pass across net. Craig to Marcy Hamill. Aaron winds up, but it's too tall for her to go get a swipe at. And Marysville with the point and the service back. And I will correct it again. That's 19-17. Clay Center does lead by 2, but it's 19-17. Franson tried to get the pass up front. 2 Lady Tigers come diving after it, and now it's a 1-point game once again. Here comes Marysville back. 19-18, Clay Center by 1. Franco the serve. Franson to Marcy Hamill. Here's Aaron with the set. Cross court. Big-time dig by Brown. Set across. Libby has it to Marcy Hamill. Middle set. Craig, back row. Dug out again by Brown. Across it comes. Now pushed across by Bartles. Clay Center with a great scramble. That ball never got more than 5 feet off the air until they got it across the net. Franco, big hit. Blocked back by Henry. Now a set up in the middle for Bartles to the back row and a winner, and it's tied at 19. Sammy Bartles with a hit right down the pipe, and Franco keeps the service, and it's tied at 19. Remember, it was a 11-point lead for Clay Center at one time, and now the serve goes into nets, and Clay Center does lead by 1, 20-19. By the way, Nemaha Central has advanced, so that'll be the matchup for the winner of this game. They won 25-20 in their second game to win the match over Rock Creek. Here, Clay Center trying to get this to a third game. Set across by Peschel. Picked up by Franson. Aaron Hamill's got a swing at it at net. Blocked by Bartle. Here's Feith. And Clay Center. Back row flat-footed spike from Lexi Libby. Play up front for Franco. Big hit. Nearly dug out by Franson, but it comes up to the top area, the concourse area here at Marysville, off the dig try by Franson. Tied at 20. Nicole Franco, the senior, to serve. Tied at 20 here in the second game of the semifinal. Across it comes Franson. Marcy Hamill for Aaron. Outside, hits antenna. Had to go to her left hand to try to hit it across, and it finds the antenna. Now the Bulldogs lead 21-20. The serve from Franco. And an ace service twice for Nicole Franco, and they've gone up 22-20. Marysville down 11 in this game, and the Bulldogs here on the home court trying to get a chance to play for a trip to state. They lead 22-20. Clay Center wants this to go to a third game. Here's Marcy Hamill to Aaron Hamill with the left hand, pushes it across. Now it's a point Clay Center, violation against the Bulldogs, 22-21. Aaron Hamill will serve it. Marcy rotates out. Jaden Crimmins to the front row. Aaron Hamill the serve. Peschel up front. Back set for Bartles. It's tape and finds the court. Did not get a good hit on it. It found the tape, but just rolled across, and Clay Center unable to get to it. It's 23-21. Emma Peschel to serve. Dig on the back row by Clay Center. Haley Franson, good hit. Linda Franco digs it. Now it's set up for Brown. Down the side it comes. Clay Center scrambling, and they'll keep this point alive. Great hustle play by Lexi Libby. Bartles. And now a dig somehow by Aaron Hamill, but Bartles able to put it back away, and Marysville has match point. They've come from 11 down to have match point, 24-21. Peschel with the serve. Libby to Feith. The set for Franson. To the back row. Franco dives to dig it. Now set across by Brown. Here's Aaron Hamill to Feith. The set for Franson, the windup, and the hit goes just long, and that will be the match. 25-21 in both games, and Marysville will move on now to face Nemaha Central in the championship for a trip to the state tournament in Class 3A. What a battle by the Lady Tigers. We'll wrap things up here from Marysville when we come back after this.
The quarterback counts on his O-line for protection in the pocket. In Clay Center, you can count on Farm Bureau agents Justin Tapman and Michael Hodges to protect your family's blind side no matter what life throws at you. We're there to handle all your auto, home, farm, life, and business insurance needs. Don't scramble around working with multiple insurance companies. Talk to Farm Bureau agents Justin Tadman and Michael Hodges today. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Why crawl like a spider through the web when you can fly like a bat? It's frightening when you realize how much time you're wasting with slow internet. Get a scary good deal on Pulse Internet with Twin Valley. Take advantage of the savings with an eerily perfect Halloween deal and sign up for 100 megabits per second or Pulse Gig Internet service. Sign up for Pulse Internet and automatically get entered to win some cool prizes if you sign up between now and October 31st and get 2 months free. Don't wait. Call now. 800-515-3311.
The cornerstone of profitable crop production is a sound soil fertility program, and it starts with Nutrien Ag Solutions. They recommend Micro Essentials that delivers the optimum performance you need for maximum results in your field. Titan XC is another key ingredient for quick release and uptake of vital plant nutrients. Plus, it's compatible with a variety of dry fertilizer blends, including Micro Essentials SZ. Financing is available for these products. For a greater return on your investment, visit with the ag professionals at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The Lady Tigers dropped a 25-21, 25-21 match to the Marysville Bulldogs. A terrific effort after winning the first match in 3 games. They come back and really fight to the wire in game 1. Then they got up 12-3 on the Bulldogs, and Marysville showing why they have been state ranked through much of the year in a 2 seed. Just clawed, got closer, took the lead, and eventually put it away with identical scores in both games, 25-21, 25-21. But a big upset over 3 seed Sabetha, the Lady Tigers, who won game 1 25-23, lost in the second one 13-25, and then came back and really dominated 25-15, and then moved on to face Marysville, as just mentioned, and losing 25-21, 25-21. Great effort today for Lady Tigers on a Substate Saturday. Marysville now moves on to face Nemaha Central for a trip to the state championships. Other results we have in on volleyball, we know that Frankfort lost in their championship to Beloit St. John's Tipton at Centralia, so that ends their season. The Valley Heights Mustangs did win their first match over Atchison County. That would have put them in the semifinals, but they've got some volleyball still to be played, playing on one court there at Valley Heights High School, and hopefully we'll get results on that as well. Here the Lady Tigers wrap up their season with a terrific effort in the semifinals against number 2 seed Marysville. The seniors here, Haley Franson, Aaron Hamill, Janae Shivers, Allie Johnston, this did some great stuff for the Lady Tigers through the year. You heard Coach Robert Moran talk about them, and big part of what was taking place on the floor for this team. But a good young crew coming back for Coach Robert Moran next season as well. Should be a lot of fun. Our thanks to our Tiger sponsors and for our cross-country sponsors throughout the day as well around the KCLY community. We appreciate the opportunity to cover those student athletes. That'll wrap it up here from Marysville, or from KCLY and the Tiger family. I say good luck to the Bulldogs. Would love to see them have a chance to move on to the state tournament as they take on Nemaha Central, the 1 and 2 seeds, going head-to-head here in the Black Squirrel City. That's going to wrap it up for our studio engineer, Bernie Fancella. Bryce Dolan, with help, of course, at Washington and 1A cross-country, and all of those who helped us get results in across the board. We do appreciate it. This is Rocky Downing telling you to enjoy the rest of your sports Saturday.